Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side fly. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with video for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Oh, we're gonna talk to him today. The man who's not a fan of the quibble. Tommy Hutton's gonna stop by the show today. Very excited. Hello.
Indication of what time of year it is.
Yeah.
We just had a conversation about the apple fritter.
You're very fond of the apple. We have a blueberry
Yeah, no,
cake donut. What do you
blueberry
have with you?
cake donut, great with coffee.
Mm.
But how do I explain, Dan, what a fritter is?
I think it's like a pastry empanada. Is that what you
No.
describe a fritter as, Dan?
It's-
Like what the hell is
No,
a
it
fritter?
is a deep fried apple donut with so much delicious glaze on it that you just
It's like a glazed donut, bigger,
it's got to be as big as your head.
right, and then there's apple in it.
Little chunks of apple. Don't
Little
get
chunks,
it confused. It's
right.
not a healthy snack.
So when I was up in Canada,
Ooh,
right, went into what's the name of the place?
DR Horton or whatever.
Tim Hortons?
Tim
Tim Horton,
Hortons.
whatever. DR.
You thinking of DL Hughley?
I think maybe there's
So
a
I go
lumber
into
shop.
Tim Hortons, and keep in mind, Tim Hortons is Canadian Dunkin' Donuts. They're everywhere. I walked in, they got the donuts, but it's like a restaurant. It's not, from that standpoint, it's way different. I go in, I'm looking at the donuts, see what the Canadians have to offer, and I stop. And I look at Fonz. I'm like, this might be the greatest thing I have ever seen, and I have to have it. Blueberry fritter.
Wow.
Oh,
You have to heat it up? Is it better heated up? It sounds like something that'd be better heated
No,
up.
because when they make the donuts there, so it's it's good to go. But if you really wanted to, if you take an apple fritter, hold on, this is when I was
Take it easy.
This is when I was like just finding things to
I
eat.
wish I could get you this excited about training camp.
Oh no.
So I take an apple fritter, heat it up for like 45 seconds,
Okay.
scoop ice cream on the top.
So a la mode.
Dude,
Oh,
you know how many calories are in that?
yes, yes,
It's like
yes.
2 days worth of calories.
You're
Just,
gonna go in-
wait, just thinking of it, I can't finish my donut.
You're going into a slumber like immediately.
Oh
after
yeah,
that. You're slipping away.
but guess what? On my way out, I'm smiling because it was delicious.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, Taos, and Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Miami Dolphins report to training camp today. The Dolphins have just tweeted a list of new numbers. Yeah, it's football.
Who's got 5?
Jaylen Wright,
Okay,
they have
I
announced
just kept it in the Jaylen family.
he is switching from 25 to 5. Tahj Washington, sophomore receiver from USC, didn't play last year. He was hurt. I still don't even know what his injury was. They hockeyed that one.
Fast.
They kept that one.
So he was inactive all those games because he was hurt.
No, yeah, he didn't play. He
Because
didn't
they
play.
didn't put him on any type of list. And so I would say, why would you not put him on a list and then you could have somebody else?
I think he was on a list. I don't know. I just think he was kind of like, I think we just forgot about him because what was he, like a 6th rounder?
It don't matter.
The only reason I'm like curious about him is because when I was stuck at that dreaded Big Ten Media Day.
Oh.
Oh!
I figured you wouldn't be here.
What were you doing? Talking to the students? She is late. Technically, you are late.
Wait.
Rude.
Solana's here?
He's giving a tour.
He's giving a tour to what students is that? Is that like Jason Taylor Foundation?
You're asking the wrong person.
I think
Go
Seth
Wait.
Levitt's doing it. I think he's giving the
Wait.
foundation a tour.
Did you see?
She's very upset.
No.
I'm not upset. It's
I'm
fine.
not- It's not upset. I just.
Well, it's because Solana's leading the tour.
Well,
Well, no. Just like, why would she care?
yeah, I don't care.
Right.
I was just curious. I don't know.
Well, again,
I don't know if he was
Wow.
like, Jennifer, this is the such and such students. Young
No, he
minds.
didn't say that.
Usually those dumpy jobs go to me. Dan, I need a favor from you.
Yeah,
Like, right?
tour.
Hey, Dan, can you? It's really important. What? Can you show a bunch of kids tour around
Somehow,
the radio
Joe
station?
Rose is also outside.
Well, that's great.
oh, he's
Seth
here.
is very charming. He'll get you, he'll get you to a ping pong tournament for the kids. That's what he does. That's his job. He's a head of a foundation.
All right.
Also does a great show with OJ McDuffie, the
Uh-huh.
fish tank.
Uh-huh.
So go check those boys out. What was I talking about? Oh, anyway, new numbers. So Tahj Washington. So I was at that dreaded Big Ten media
Is
day
he in
last
the
year.
80s?
He was last year, but
He
now
can't be a little guy. He needs a little number.
he switched to 7.
Yeah, little guy, little
7.
number. Although I associate 7 with didn't the cornerback from Dallas wear 7?
Corner to Trevon Diggs.
That got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I always associate 7 with quarterback. I don't
I
know
always-
why.
Well,
It's
normal.
just 7 and 8.
One would think a normal backup quarterback would wear 7. I thought, you know what? Isn't 7? I thought that was Jason Sanders' number. Is Sanders just switching his number? That doesn't seem to make sense. Yeah, isn't Jason Sanders 7?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Is Jason Sanders cut?
Can I just say this? Your future on the team is usually based on 2 things. If you have a double number and they gave your number to a new guy, I would start.
Yeah, everybody's. Maybe it's a mistake. Did they delete it? No, it's still there. Jason Sanders is like me.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Jason,
remember
I need you to
when
come talk to us.
when I got to Cleveland, Mike Oliphant had 33, but he was a little guy. He played slot receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, he has number 33. And they go, not anymore.
Wow. Number 9 is Ifeatu Melifonwu, the new safety from Detroit. Darren
Is he going? What is he going? What number?
9.
Ah,
Minka Fitzpatrick is back to his old 29 with the Dolphins.
okay.
Darren Waller's wearing 83.
Yep.
And Dante Trader is wearing 25. So he gets 25 now. DB.
Yeah. 9 single digits for DBs.
You got to be a real stud to pull that off, I think.
Yeah. I remember, man.
All right, so the big mystery is because don't forget, JFig put Jason Sanders on notice.
Really?
Never forget that.
Yeah, she really she gave him the business.
The guy made more 50-yard field goals than he made
How did
30-yard
we
field
forget?
goals.
He had a very
my
good year last
whole-
year.
My
Yeah.
whole interaction with this.
He had a very good year last year.
Right.
Hey, look. Everybody is I feel like we're in an aquarium.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Uncomfortable.
Really? You don't like people
Cheetah.
Staring at me? No.
The Marlins, they
don't
lost
be so beautiful, JFig.
the Marlins
Don't be
lost
so beautiful. Then you wouldn't have to crop people out that stare at you.
Okay.
Marlins, they fall to the Padres last night 2-1. Missed it by a strikeout.
Really?
He missed it by a strikeout.
What did he get? 4?
He got 5.
5? He needs 6.
We needed 6.
How did the other stuff do?
Stowers hit. Stowers went deep again.
Oh, missed him on one
He missed it by a strikeout. And I was like, and you want to know what's greedy about me? And this is what I don't like about gambling. I'm watching and I'm like, all right, he got through 5. And he got a pop up to end it. He's got 86 pitches. I mean, that's kind of good, but he is just off surgery. So I don't think they wanted to risk it.
Oh, so they took him out.
They took him out after 5. Yeah. They were like, yeah,
Damn.
So I was like, come on, Clay. Put him out
We
there.
see,
One more.
and here's
One
the problem.
more.
Here's the problem. Especially with over-unders and strikeouts. We're talking about 9 innings, okay? But they're not pitching 9 innings. They're pitching 5, 6.
I know, but
If
he
a
was,
pitcher gets to the 7th inning, that's pretty good.
his last couple though, he was getting 7 at least. I thought that was
Yeah,
I thought that
but
was a
here's-
safe number.
But here's the thing: it's average strikeouts per 9.
No. But we were going over. We're just talking over under. I think they take that into account on the betting line.
Yeah.
So I think we got a solid bet. That's
All
pretty.
right.
That was pretty good.
That was the Stowers part. The home run is always the part.
He's on fire right now. This is crazy what
Hey,
this guy's doing right
You
now.
think Solana get more points for wearing a Miami?
Hockey sweater?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Okay.
That Miami hockey sweater is not as nice as mine. I got one that's all stitched up. They gave me a nice one. Shout out to the boys over at UM.
They have a hockey team?
Hockey club.
Hobby club.
Hockey
You know
club.
what that means, right?
No.
They raise their own money. They're
Oh.
not part of the athletic program because then you have to go dollar for dollar with the women's.
Schmeathan says kids wanting to get into radio in 2025 might as well have them invest in payphones. Schmeathan, you know how to have a bright future out there for the kids, you know? Just so
Yeah.
everybody knows, Schmeathan Schmolnick tells you all to go to hell. I just finished it. Don't worry, Schmeathan. I let them all know for you.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Tommy Hutton going to stop by later on this hour. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Appreciate the Jason Taylor Foundation swinging by the studio. Schmeathan says they're walking around like it's an antique store. This is a very nice studio, Schmeathan.
It's very nice.
It's a very nice. I don't think you know what an old radio studio
Oh
looks
my
like.
Even
goodness.
like TV.
Rickety, dude.
TV stations have come.
Hey,
here and said
remember
it's way
we
nicer
used to
than
do
theirs.
shows from the Roach Motel.
Oh my God.
I love that place.
I mean,
It was
the
full of
only place
character.
where you could find a dead roach in the hallway or a lizard thrown at
You
you.
can't just say that something's old and decrepit and say it has character. Like that doesn't mean
That
it has
had-
It had a lot
character.
of
Wait,
character. Okay.
That old studio had character. It also had varmints.
It had
It also had spirits. Okay.
it had
When I would work
critters.
overnights, I heard them.
It was next to a certain emporium. It just didn't have
Popeyes. I once seen a topless woman crossing 441 and not the good kind.
Character.
You ever have one of those times when you had to get there at 4 a.m. and the gate wouldn't open? That was fun.
Oh, and then you got to call somebody who and nobody, by the way, when we used to do the morning show over there, nobody paid attention to the phone to let you in.
Or they were sleeping.
Oh no. No way.
Nobody.
No way. So yeah, the Dolphins are reporting today. They'll get going tomorrow, first full workout, and so that's an exciting thing. By the way, our sister station, Kiss Country, is bringing back Stars and Strings, featuring Dirks Bentley. It is Dasha, by the way. Congratulations, you got that one. Intangibles. Dasha,
know,
Nate
but-
Smith, Zach Top, Hudson Westbrook, and more at Hard Rock Live on Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood. That is going to be on November 6th. If you guys want to go, text the word HARD to 20357. Blue Chew. That's HARD to 20357. Tickets are on sale now at starsandstrings.com. Stars and Strings supports Folds of Honor. For more information, go to WQAM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates apply. Don't text and drive. So we found out there's some new numbers. Now we got to see the walk-ins. We got to see if everybody's going. Now, yeah, you got to see the entrance. Who's there? Who's not there? Although they did, Drew Rosenhaus said that Zach Sieler has shown up. Hendrickson is not. Hendrickson's holding out. He's in Florida.
You know why? Because it's Cincinnati. That's why.
Cheap.
I would say, the Dolphins do get a little credit where you don't want to go scorched earth on them. You want to keep talking about it because they have paid their players. Right? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If somebody uses the excuse of Zach Sieler being 30, I'm going to lose my mind. It's
So
ridiculous.
stupid.
It's ridiculous. Why do I don't understand, and I'll use Christian Wilkins as an example. Why do they keep coming up with new reasons why not to pay guys who have been probably more impactful than the guys you paid?
It makes no sense. It's
It
like
makes
if
no
he was a
sense.
running back, okay, I would get If he was a running back, okay, I would get it.
Yeah.
But Jalen Ramsey, you signed him an extension, he just turned 30. Tyreek Hill, you
Right.
signed to extension, he was 30. Now all of a sudden, so a non-speed position, the guy is he's part moose.
Right.
And now we're like, 30. I don't know.
Right.
What?
What are we doing? And keep in mind, he's probably one of those 4-year guys. Probably went to college for 4 years, if not longer.
Ferris State.
Yeah, Mock Rock, baby. That's the only reason why we would go up there in the middle of nowhere.
Mock Rock. Yeah, I think it's a weird thing. That's not something I'm concerned about. Zach Sieler bringing it up. Now, if the Dolphins are just at a point, I think this is an interesting thing. If the Dolphins are just at a point where they just don't want to, Steven Ross is just like, hey, I'm just not investing in this team. I'm sorry.
But here's the problem. You can't take your misfortune out on a guy who you need to pay. For example, if you've given out 5 bad contracts and you're up against the cap, then you have a guy to come up that earns it. You can't then turn around and say, oh, well, I'm going to be a little hesitant in paying money.
Jennifer, you're pulling a Leroy. You're getting very aggressive on that mic clicking with the mic under there.
God forbid I work.
Oh, you can work. I just think it's
Oh, she's
Oh,
like,
my
she's
bad.
angry mousing. She's over there angry mousing. Not letting me in. Not let. That's usually what happens. Clean feed, please.
God forbid she has
Not
to-
letting me in.
Good thing she doesn't have to control alt delete. You are angry mousing. Are you okay?
I didn't think I was. I'm sorry.
I was just
You
making
know
sure.
what? I have never hit Control Alt Delete on a computer.
You know that doesn't
Well, that
surprise
isn't.
me.
Yeah. No.
None
I
of
don't
that-
even know what it's for.
Exactly.
That's basically just to X out.
Reboot.
Yeah, you don't really do it on like a Mac. If you have a Mac, you're probably having Control Alt deleted it forever.
Never.
But if you have a Windows or a PC, like you Control Alt Delete was like, ooh, let's try
Start
this puppy
over.
Last
again.
resort.
Let's try and get this puppy
basically.
going.
Right.
And then if that didn't work, it would go to blue screen of death, and well, then you were SOL.
Oh yeah.
Tough spot. But yeah, look, I'm.
That's not a good excuse to tell a guy why we can't pay you. Either be honest with it.
Be honest, Posh.
Either be honest with it, have a conversation with the guy, try to figure something out. But if you come at him and people come at him with, oh, he's 30 and I'm not worried about that's a lame excuse.
You know who's like the funniest with this though is Jerry Jones.
Oh my goodness. Wait.
What's his deal?
Wait. He goes, even if I pay him, there's no guarantee we're gonna have him. He missed 6 games last year.
I'm like, what?
That's you know what? That is a Jerry Jones comment.
And you know what's gonna happen is like the day before season, he's gonna pay him.
Right.
But there's something about him that just likes to begrudgingly do it.
Why? But
I don't know. This happens every year with their stars.
You know what's going to be the end of the Cowboys? Waiting till the last minute to pay all their players and never getting a discount on nothing.
No.
Because all your players get so annoyed.
I suppose I could pay him, but
Right.
I did that with Dak. Did that work? No. Like 4 weeks later, Cowboys signed Micah Parsons to a record extension.
Right.
But he just wants to make us think about it. Like,
But why?
you know what
Why?
he's like? He's like the grandparent that like wants to teach you a lesson, but he's gonna give you the $100 at Christmas. you
See,
know?
but here's what I don't understand. If you know you have an elite player at his position, right? Then you also have to know the longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you. So when all these guys, when TJ Watt and all these rushers get paid, all that does is like, Michael Parsons is like, oh, I was only here. Now I can go here.
Sure.
And the same thing with Dak. All these quarterbacks signed, right? And Dak is just sitting back. Next thing you know, now he's the highest paid because that's how quarterback works.
You think this is like is it coincidence that Hendrickson and him, like, is that like, because we always talk about football being cyclical. Oof, that's a big word for me, dog. Is this like one of those things now where pass rushers are trying to figure out, do we pay them too much? Because there was a moment where like pass rushers was chic, like every pass rusher was getting oodles of money, and now 2 of them aren't. Like 2 of the premier sack getters.
The saying was this: the most important positions on the field, besides the quarterback, are the guys who protect them and the guys who sack them, right? And so for a while, if you were a left or right tackle, right, or you were a rush end or a sack guy, those were the guys, or the quarterback, those were the guys who got paid a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed a little bit, but it does seem like a guy who has 17 sacks, while you think, whoa, he does that for 10 years, that's a Hall of Famer. You sit back and think, how much of an impact does that guy have on actual winning? And I would say this, that Christian Wilkins having 25 plus or 30 tackles for loss was more of an impact than the 5 sacks he had that year.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was a D tackle that had 100 tackles. So, like, we sit here, we get caught up in these different numbers, and those are the numbers that people think about, the sack numbers, and I led the league in sacks the last 2 years. Your defense sucked. So when you do this, think of it this way: 17 sacks for a guy that played 600 plays, 700 plays, right? and his defense was ranked 30th. How much of an impact are those 17 sacks in that situation? So if you say, hey, I led the league in sacks, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to pay you top dollar. Your defense sucked. And I get that. The same thing could be said for Micah Parsons, but I would say this with him, he causes chaos. And so from that standpoint, it helps all the guys around him. I can't know, what is Hendricks? Was it Hendrickson?
Hendrickson. Although I think his owner called him Henderson yesterday.
What is his impact? Even with all those sacks, we associate sacks with impact.
We'll take a break. We're going to flip. We'll get back into the Dolphins. We got a ton to get to, obviously, with camp on the horizon. But the Marlins rolling right now. We're going to talk to an absolute legend, the great Tommy Hutton. He joins us next.
You got to stop.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. So the Marlins came up short yesterday, 2-1 to a very good Padres team.
2-1 filthy. To keep them under 5 runs is amazing, I think.
Well, not only that, but that damn Padres team, they got like a bunch of horses out of that bullpen.
Uh-huh.
So, but Yuri Perez, good start for him. He missed our parlay by half a strikeout. I don't like what gambling on baseball does to me, because the responsible thing is he's just coming off Tommy John surgery, not another inning. But the greedy pig in me is like, well, Stowers hit his home run, I need the parlay. But I don't like what baseball does to me, because
can't stop. You like every time we do the bet of the day, the first thing you go to is baseball.
He's been humming on the strikeouts.
Here's the deal. Does this make you more excited about football?
No.
To be able to.
Not really.
Baseball's harder.
It is hard, but you get juice on the home runs. It's fun. All right, let's go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And ToyotaofHollywood.com. They were talking to an absolute legend, the television analyst for your Miami Marlins on FanDuel Sports Florida. Tommy Hutton joining us there. Tommy, thanks for the time. Really appreciate you.
Hey, Brendan and Leroy, how you guys doing? I feel bad about your parlay stuff, but I don't get involved. I don't get involved in that at all.
You're smart. You're smart to do that, because because you want to know, Tommy, the smart thing is Yuri, bring him along slowly. But he's been, after like a couple starts, Tommy, you have to be pleased with how he's looked. He looks like it's starting to round into form for him off this surgery.
Well, unbelievably, he came into the game last night, and his previous 3 starts, he was 3-0 and had an ERA of 0.50. And to kind of show you how he's pitching and how he has progressed, he really didn't have his best stuff last night, and he still got through 5 innings and gave up just 2 runs to a really good ball club.
Is that like how much of that is the growing process for a young player? Like just not maybe feeling all the way right, but just having to get through it. Like even if you're dealing with something either as a hitter or a pitcher.
That's tremendous. That's a huge part of the growing process, because a lot of young pitchers, get there because they have great stuff, but then they don't know how to adjust and don't know how to make changes. And he's been able to do that. And his even Clayton McCullough talked about it before the game about Yuri, that he's really been using his secondary stuff. And I thought it was interesting early in the game, the Padres saw that if you look at the numbers, he was throwing about 60% fastball. So the Padres knew that, and they were jumping on him early. They actually just missed a couple of balls early in the game. And he got a visit from his pitching coach, Daniel Moscas, and I think they needed to change things a little. And all of a sudden, he started using his curveball and slider really well.
That's it's pretty impressive. Like to have that year off. You think him watching or being brought along really slow helped him with learning how to adjust with all that stuff?
Well, yes, and the other thing about that, he saddled up next to Sandy Alcantara, and they went through workouts together. They sat next to each other on the bench, and I think that has been a tremendous help for Yuri as well.
Tommy, about Sandy, so like I watch the games and everybody says, well, he has his speed is up, but his ball looks very straight. Like I'm used to seeing him when he throws 95, 96 miles an hour with movement, and it doesn't quite have that movement. Is that just because he's a little hesitant and just letting it rip, or it's just not there yet?
I think it's just there's really no guidebook on guys that come back from Tommy John. And you're right. I don't think his sinker has the same bite, and he's been making some mistakes out over the plate with his slider, and that seems and it's one of those things. A lot of times you make a mistake and the guy pops it up, but it seems like when he's made a mistake this year, a guy will hit it hard. There'll be some men on base, and all of a sudden they score 3 runs in an inning. He's had some innings like that. So hopefully he can turn it around, and he's pitching tomorrow afternoon. And again, as I mentioned, it's a good offensive ball club, the Padres. So it'll be a good test for him.
So we got to get into this Kyle Stowers, Tommy. Like, this is an incredible run that he's been on.
Yeah.
What's impressed you the most about this season from him? Because this has been incredible.
I think the thing that has impressed me the most is the way he worked at making adjustments. Last year when he came over in the trade from Baltimore, I mean, he was getting blown away with fastballs up. And it was like, wow, who did the Marlins get from Baltimore? This guy can't hit a fastball. And he made the adjustment in the offseason and spring training, working with the hitting staff. And it has been incredible to watch how he's done that. I mean, we were talking about it last night. He hit an opposite field grand slam against Mason Moore, a guy throwing 100 miles an hour with Oakland on a pitch that he wouldn't even have touched last year. Mm-hmm. So he's humble. He's a great kid. He's handled it really well, and it's really fun to see what he's been able to do.
Yeah, I think the thing that I love, Tommy, during the All-Star game, you know, he gets the couple at bats, and then Dave Roberts goes to him for the swing off, and he's like, they go to him, they're doing like a pre-at-bat interview, and he's just like, yeah, I'm kind of nervous about this in this situation. I just thought it was so cool to see just the honesty from him, and then he ends up, you know, getting them a home run to start off. But I think that's just such a cool thing to see this guy kind of burst onto the scene, but so, you know, genuinely, like it's all seems like this is all very new to him.
I'm sure he looked at Dave Roberts when Dave Roberts looked at him, and he probably wanted to say, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" and all of a sudden, yeah, I think he's gotten the recognition across the league. Managers, players know. Talked about it last night. A little surprise, and other teams and other broadcasters have mentioned this to us. We're surprised that he doesn't hit higher up in the lineup. He has on occasion hit second or hit third, but most of the time he's hitting like in the 5 spot. And you know, you'd like to see him up there as soon as possible, maybe more time. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the year.
Well, don't they move it because you want to have your best hitter get an extra at bat, right? And
well,
so
when you look around baseball, Ohtani, Aaron Judge, they all hit first or second up in the lineup, and that sometimes gets them an extra AB.
So Tommy, this team in particular, like, it's pretty cool to see that they have turned it around like these last 6 weeks or so. They you know, after a little bit of a rut, and you know, there's a lot of teams to climb in that wild card, but man, you do see some guys round into form. What do you think is, I guess, realistic over these next few weeks to maybe? Do you think that they can actually make a run at this thing and maybe make a run at this wild card, or is it dependent on what they're going to do at the trade deadline? Like your analysis of them, you know, this many months into the season, what do you think that they got in them?
Well, I don't think they're going to be buyers. When you're 7.5, 8 games out of the wild card with numerous teams to jump over, it's really hard. It's hard to do. And this is a great test, this series against the Padres. And then they go to play Milwaukee. And Milwaukee right now is the hottest team in baseball. Right. They have been unbelievable. So another big test. Then they go to St. Louis. St. Louis is over 500. So realistically, is it there? Probably not. But it's been fun. And I think one of the things that turned things around was the switch of Xavier Edwards over to second and Otto Lopez to short. And both of those guys have really blossomed, not only defensively, but offensively, since they've made that change. That's been fun to watch. It's been fun to watch Agustin Ramirez. This guy's got some power. He's getting the opportunity to learn defensively, to become a better catcher defensively. So you think about those guys, you think about Stowers. There are some real bright spots, and that's one of the reasons they've been playing better.
How tough is that, Tommy, as far as like a young catcher coming up? Because yeah, there's been some moments where like he's allowed pass balls and things like that. The kid's power for days. It's incredible. He's so fun to watch. But we talk about young guys. What's that balance like of, hey, you gotta, you know, carry a staff and get through a game, but also you need to get out of slumps and you need to figure these things out for Ramirez.
That's not easy. I can't imagine. I mean, it's hard enough if you're not a catcher, but Now you have to deal with the pitching staff. You have to go through to the meetings, the pitching meetings, and set up how you want to work hitters, the game plan. And so there are all kinds of things. And he's young. He's learning all that. One of the things I found out about him in spring training that really impressed me is that there's a young kid, and he's made a real effort to learn to speak English because he knows a lot of the pitchers he's going to have to communicate, speak English. So he's made a real effort in that.
How much of a tough loss is it going to have to lose Norby? Like, maybe he wasn't having like the greatest season, but you had that steadying thing every week, and now you got that hamate, which is a tough injury for a baseball player. Is that going to be a tough one for the Marlins to overcome?
I don't know if it's tough, but it hurts because first of all, he had just started to put things together and have good at bats. He was changed a little thing with his with a toe tap and his timing, and he started to really look much better at the plate. And and that hurts. He gives you a little presence in the lineup, especially in the bottom part of the order. So hopefully, I mean, those things are usually 5, 6, 7 weeks. So he's going to be out a while. I saw him yesterday, talked to him yesterday, but he said if they tell me 8 weeks, it's going to be 6. So I'll be ready.
Tommy, how about this? Different sport. I broke both my hammates. So it's a pain in the butt. You just can't do anything. It takes you forever to get your strength. Even if you have to swing a bat, that's the hardest thing to get back is the strength to be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly. My oldest son broke his hamate in college, his senior year. So yeah, we know what that's all about.
Tommy, we saw on social media this past week you got to hang out with the great Rich Waltz. I mean, one of the great tandems of all time, you and Rich.
Yeah, whenever Rich gets a chance to come to town, we always kid him and tell him that his room at the Hotel Hutton is available. So, it's great to see him. He just actually last weekend he subbed over the weekend on Seattle radio and did a little work there. He's got some Apple TV games coming up, and then he does a full football and basketball schedule for CBS Sports too.
One of the great all-time teams. Is this team a little reminiscent? You got any like 06 feels of them? Like maybe they don't make the playoffs, but you can like start seeing the building blocks?
Yeah, well, people have made that comparison. I think one of the things that maybe they don't have is the pop, the power. Right. Those teams had some guys who could go deep often. So, but yeah, I think the excitement. I think more people I talk to just keep coming up and say, "Man, that team's fun to watch." And I go, "Yeah, they are." Even every game they've played, the Padres has been decided by 2 runs or fewer.
Right.
So, they hang in there, they stay close, and we'll see how the next couple games go against San Diego.
We'll catch Tommy Hutton on FanDuel Sports Florida. You got the game tonight. You got tomorrow, 12:10, early first pitch, Sandman on the Hill as well. Big series against the Padres. Thanks so much for spending time with us, Tommy.
Thanks, Tommy.
Always good to talk to you guys. Have a good day.
All right.
There you go. An absolute legend right there.
Yep.
I got the goosies when I saw him and Rich back together.
That, you know what? One of the things that like with guys who do it, who have done it for a long period of time together, the stories.
Yep.
Because baseball is so slow. They always tell a lot of stories. If you watch a baseball game, especially a local broadcast, you get the stories. I like the stories.
Dade South says, "What the hell is a labubu?" Tommy to one of his grandkids, probably. I'm telling you, my daughter, she's rats off a ship on those labubus. She's scared of them now.
Now you guys see my way.
She was like,
really?
I'm like, all right. She won't tell me what she did with them, though.
I want to know where she hid it.
She won't tell me.
Yeah, because she thinks you're a snitch.
I mean, I just don't want my son getting nightmares, like, the pranks on the siblings. I know as an only child, I cannot relate to this. I imagine, though.
I didn't do pranks on my brother.
Although
I was terrified of him. Oh, I ain't lying. You what?
Never?
Never.
You never felt froggy?
No. The only time I felt froggy, we got in a fight.
The only way to
I
survive
I broke my hand.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, like you can't mess around with him. You everybody has that person in their life where you play and whatever, and they always too rough. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's wait.
That's my childhood.
Right. You're like, you playing for keeps. No, we just playing. No, so I didn't know. We didn't play put it this way. Think about this. I'm 2.5, 3 years older than my brother, right? When I was in the 8th grade and played on the football team in the 8th grade, guess who my running mate was in the backfield? My brother. That's how good he was.
Wow.
Right? But he hated sports.
The 06 Marlins team.
Stacked. Everybody can hit home runs. You had you had to go all the way to what? 8th?
Cabrera, Willingham, Uggs, Hanley.
Right. You had to go to 8th before the home run.
Cody Ross. Yeah. Goosies. That was a squad right there. And the pitchers. Josh Johnson, Anibal Sanchez. Still had Dontrell. He was figuring things out that year. Year before that, he was awesome. Amazing. Schmeathan says, apologize to Bendix. I did apologize to Bendix.
Did apologize.
Then I took it back.
A couple times.
He apologized a long time ago.
He seems like he knows what he's doing. You know, I'm not gonna roll with the red carpet yet. I mean, like, let's get a little closer in this wild card. But
is it a don't lose?
No, it's not a don't lose. It's definitely not a don't lose because he's kept it entertaining. You know, they've had 7 walk-offs this year. They've been an entertaining team.
Now, my question is this. There's certain seasons in any sport that play out a certain way. For example, I'll use the Heat as an example. There's no possible way they can lose as many games as they did this year, upcoming year, like they did last year. That is unprecedented.
Seems impossible.
Right. So they're going to have a better season if they just don't set records.
Although it's a dangerous thing to say, right? Like, Spo was kind of saying that, and I was like, yeah, but you forgot how many timeouts there were left, dude. Like, I can't.
No, I know, but that's an anomaly.
Yeah, four
sport.
4 buzzer beaters at home.
Right.
2 overtime losses to the Pistons.
So
it's a dangerous game when you play that game, though.
Right, but can we use this, for any sport? Like, the Marlins have won a lot of close games.
I feel like that's a football. Like, that's the most popular one to do.
A lot. Well, but you can do it this way. A lot of close games. Like, so when you see at the end of the year, this team had 35 one-run or walk-off wins together. Like, that's not something that normally carries over. And so, like,
yeah, there's still. I think Tommy said it right. Like, there's good building blocks. I think Ramirez is a real dude. I think Stowers is a real dude. I think Otto Lopez is a real dude. Like, he's just been amazing this year. And I think Xavier Edwards is pretty damn solid. I think the rest of them, I'm like,
there'll be some interchangeable pieces.
It's a little like Lou Brown is starting to come together, Like, I don't think they're all quite set, but you can see some building blocks, and that's exciting. There's been years no blocks.
It's like, even like, you can go use the Hurricanes. There's no way you can have another season like that with every game you either get caught or you catch somebody. Like, every single game. Like, it's crazy. It was the only time I ever watched football for a whole season and saw a 20-point lead either way and go, we ain't even close.
Roller coaster ride, dude. All right, we'll take a break. Thanks again to Tommy Hutton for stopping by. Our Tua is next. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Hour Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Let's report to camp day.
Hey, let me tell you, we used to report on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
We used to report on Saturday night. Sunday was conditioning test. And then Monday practice started. So
I think the first practice for everybody that they can watch, I think the fans, I think it is Saturday.
okay,
So for the fans who are going out there,
cool.
hey,
Yeah,
if you're-
Saturday it's that orientation type day where
Yeah.
they kind of take
You
pictures.
go in.
and
Well,
sign
here's
autographs.
what you have to do. And I want to inform people that there's one thing that should never, ever, ever happen in the National Football League.
what's that?
You should never fail a drug test in camp. It's the only test you know when it is, where it is, and when it's going to happen.
Man.
So that day, right, the morning you go through like your physical, they do your, just do your vitals. You get measured for a mouthpiece. If you want orthotics, all this is during the course of that orientation. And then you have your drug test. That's all on that first day.
Man.
You know what it is. I can tell you right now what the day of the drug test is going to be next year.
They got to watch you?
Oh, you know what the saying is?
Hmm?
Nipples to knees.
No, I didn't know that was the saying. What
Yeah.
the hell does that mean?
I don't really.
You
You got to pull it up and you got to pull it
You
down.
got to drop your pants down to your knees.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
You never taken a drug test?
I've taken a drug
They
test.
don't let you go in there
I'm
and
just
leave
putting
you
it
to
in-
your own device.
I didn't get watched doing it. I think I just went into a bathroom and did it.
Oh, you went to one of those half-assed.
I didn't think
Hey.
I don't think I've had anything that I've really
Hey.
needed drug testing.
Hey,
I think I
let
got it.
me ask you a question. In a league that's familiar with the Wizinator, you think they have rules?
Was it the
that-
Wizinator your team?
Oh, it was in Minnesota. Yeah.
Was that your team or the team after you left? Because it got very. You guys. Let me tell you something.
Wait, because
Post
everybody,
Leroy Hort Minnesota Vikings.
everybody still thinks I was on the Love Boat. I was not. I was not there. Stop bringing it up. I wasn't there. But yeah, so no, dude, you got to go in there. Like even
So
in the off season, they have random testing.
How did the dude pull off the Wizinator?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm telling you, even when like they call you for random drug testing in summer,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they're only testing for steroids.
Yeah, I think the last time I took a drug test was like when I got hired at like this electrical company when I was working there. I was working nights here. I think that's the last time because I got hired there, Dan. I think it's the last. So that's probably like 16 years ago.
Goodness gracious.
I haven't taken a drug test in a long time, dude.
Yeah.
A long time.
Are you kidding me? I have.
When's the last time you taken a drug test? That's the football. That's the playing, right?
No, I take one after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from 300 new Volkswagen models in stock. The Tiguan, the Taos, and the Analyst. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Jerry Jones saying things again. He's a yacker. He's a yacker. This was Jerry Jones yesterday at his State of the Cowboys.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
Man, this guy loves
Like
he
that
just
right
loves-
there.
He loves stirring it up with his own.
That
team.
is a situation that, or comments you probably should keep to yourself. That should be an internal thing.
One would think.
Right.
One would think. It's crazy, but this is like I feel like he's just been, I mean, listen, he's very old, so like we know about the old. The old don't care anymore, right? Like you do hit an age where it's just like you just don't care anymore. And then Jerry's had that forever, But I feel like even over the last couple of years, he's just like
he's had the attitude forever, but now he voices it, right? And it's like, why would you say something like that? So yeah, it's I don't know, man. It just seems to me what has plagued the Dallas Cowboys more than anything is they've probably spent $5 to $10 million more on their stars than needed because they waited until the last minute.
Sexy Sauce 561 on the chat says the old lack self-awareness. That's true. JJ Watt comment tweeted on these, and he said, anytime you can publicly take a dig at your star quarterback and star pass rusher simultaneously right before the season begins, you just got to take it. Nothing makes your guys want to fight for you more than hearing how upset you are that they got hurt while fighting for you. Micah Parsons retweeted that.
Yeah. No, here's where your level of social media is different than mine. I would have just read the first part, but as you send us in like Cliff Notes, you circle who like.
I mean, he retweeted it. What do you want me to do? I'm just supposed to ignore that?
No.
I mean, listen, he'll probably still stay with the Cowboys because I know how this works with the Cowboys. It's going to be a stink, and then before week 1, he'll sign. Right. That's how it always goes. Right. It's basically how it's gone since Emmitt Smith, you know? Like, but
he's been doing this forever to the point where, think about this. If he had signed all these guys a year before their contract was up, how much money could he have possibly saved? Right? Because if he'd have made Micah Parsons the highest paid Russian last year, he'd be the 4th highest this year.
Right.
And now Mike is going to be the highest paid. So how much more money did that cost you? The same thing with Dak. Like, Dak has been the highest paid quarterback 3 times because Jerry won't pay him.
Dude, South says Jerry Jones's mouthwash is Blue Label.
Yeah. Yep.
You just see the whiskey there?
Yeah.
Ah, that's good. You think like he has a drink cart in his bedroom? I picture Jerry Jones having a drink cart in his bedroom with one of those old high back chairs that have the wood legs.
I picture him wanting to live life like he's running the Playboy Mansion.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. He's got someone he's calling darling,
sweetheart,
darling. Get me a fresh one here. Those sphere ice cubes. Stares at a fireplace even though it's already hot. Why do they have training camp? Excuse my ignorance of this. Do they have training camp in California strictly because it's too hot in Texas? Like, why do they do that? It's a very strange thing.
There's a lot of play. I've had camp in Wisconsin.
Why?
I don't know.
When you were on the Vikings?
The Browns.
Why?
Because like when I was with the Dolphins, and when I was with the Vikings, we had camp at Mankato State.
The hell's that?
Far. It's like an hour and a half away from Minneapolis.
No, I know. I remember the Giants. I think the Giants still do spring. I think they do training camp in like Albany.
Right.
But that's not another state, at least.
No, there's the Saints do it in Wisconsin.
Do they?
Not anymore.
They used to though, right, Dan?
They used to be in La Crosse, Wisconsin, but about
Why?
15 years ago, they went back to Louisiana, and they're at the practice facility.
Is that just to get away from things?
Yeah, you get away, you get into dorm rooms, you kind of bond, supposedly. And back then, they thought that it was too hot, but then they realized the heat, like the Dolphins, actually is a benefit to your conditioning and playing.
No, it's not during camp, because the problem is when you're doing 2-a-days, dude,
what are 2-a-days nowadays?
No, they don't do them. But here's the deal: when we do 2-a-days, like you'd lose 3 or 4 guys to dehydration because you're practicing twice a day. So imagine, as hot as it is right now, keep in mind up north it gets to 100. Also,
yeah.
So you're doing that twice a day for like 3 or 4 days in a row. Like guys were dehydrating all the time. And it's not like you could go, basically what we started doing was doing morning practice really early and evening practice really late.
I just didn't know if it was like if that was like played, or if there's like some partnership in LA that they got.
No.
That they just, or something like that.
No,
it's just a strange thing.
It's
to be
not
the
like
Cowboys go
baseball.
practice in LA
It's not like baseball.
or wherever it is in California,
Right.
whatever Southern
No.
California it is.
We used to, Wisconsin.
You don't have to tell me.
No, it's in them.
That's how I would react too.
It was like, I never, training camp, when we used to go practice, so we would go to Wisconsin to practice against Kansas City. And then we would practice against, I think we did the Saints one time. And then I've been there to practice against Green Bay, right? So we go practice against all these teams. And I remember one time, like we go to lunch, and the two best choices were rice or green beans because the other food was just horrible. It was at it was dorm food. So I'm like,
Google AI says the Dallas Cowboys hold their training camp in Oxnard, California, primarily due to the moderate weather that allows outdoor practices with large fans in attendance. The consistent cool temperatures in Oxnard, roughly 20 degrees cooler than Dallas during the same period, make outdoor practices more comfortable and conducive to fan engagement.
And the weather. You don't have to worry about torrential downpours in Oxnard, I'm guessing.
There's you ever just remember like places where you've just been the hottest. One of them is next to the Luxor pool.
Oh,
that was like baking like a chicken.
So this was also the same. Was that the same trip with the mariachi band?
No,
because I know we had a couple the night before.
Oh yeah, but no, this was the first trip.
And right,
but that was
you took me to the aquarium.
Yeah.
And the guy said, "You guys want to take a picture together?"
I thought we were a cute couple.
No.
You should have taken the picture.
So we had been out. We get up the next morning. We go, hey, let's go to the pool. It is, and was that when it was like 115?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was so hot.
It was July.
Right? Now, the cool thing about what they did, the only cool thing about that place was the pool was 80 degrees. So you could get in the pool and really cool off. But I'm sitting, we got something to drink. I'm sitting, and the sun's bouncing off of these mirrors of a casino because the Luxor is a pyramid, but it's black. And I'm like, Toad, hey man, I'm seeing spots. I think I'm dehydrating. But I was trying to rehydrate with a daiquiri.
So, doesn't work that way.
It's just science, Dan.
It works that way.
Hey, I mean,
so
keep in mind, I was thinking of something refreshing to get me going. It
Cold,
was like 12 or 1 o'clock.
Maybe lower your core temperature a little bit. I understand.
Yeah, but it was so
it has
hot.
Alcohol in it. It's not going to hydrate you.
Put it this way. It was so hot. Tobin was just standing on the edge of the pool by himself. Like just standing there. It was so
contemplating life.
Yeah.
Was that the same trip where the guy was hugging his shoe?
Yeah.
In the elevator?
Yeah, that was the EDM concert.
The EDM concert.
Hugging his shoe?
Oh, everybody was scantily clad, like checking in and checking out. And so I get in the elevator, and this guy's just with his girlfriend, and he's hugging his shoe, and she's just looking at him in disgust.
Yeah.
Like,
I love you, shoe.
Yeah, he's like,
her cheeks are out. She's upset.
Right. And he's got one shoe on his foot, and he's hugging the other shoe.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
No, the next trip was I think Mariachi Band. That's when Hawk made us go to the Hooters Casino.
Oh my God. Oh, or let's not forget Mr. Pescatarian. We go to Meat Happy. Every time we go to Vegas, we talk about Herbs and Rye. This place is phenomenal, right? Never had a bad piece of food there. They have Meat Happy Hour. It's amazing, right? So we go there. I tell Hog and Crowder, dude, we got this place. We got to go. And this was back. Now it takes like a month and a half to get a reservation. Back then, you could get
ridiculous
one.
Ridiculous how popular it's
right.
gotten.
You can get, before then, you could call like before I left. Make a reservation. The 4 of us go. We get this piece of meat about this big. It's normally like $500. We get it for $250. It's 4 of us or whatever. Say, okay, we'll split it up. Boom, boom, boom. $60 steak, but you get 60-ounce scrub, good price. Get some sides or whatever. Then all of a sudden, Crowder looks up. I'm not going to eat none of that. I'm going to get a piece of fish because I'm a pescatarian. His fish damn near cost, you can't go to a steak place that has meat happy hour and get fish. It's going to cost $1 million.
Well, you did this the last time too with a stranger because like we were sitting there and this dude had a chicken.
Yeah.
And he's like, who are you kidding with that? You know, it was kind of Leroy's backhanded way of fat shaming. I don't remember if it
I
was
wasn't fat shaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you come to the premier steak place in Vegas and get a chicken?
We didn't know those people.
You don't know
Still
what they're
didn't
going
change
through.
the
You
fact
don't
you
know
got
why
a
they
chicken.
We're
did
sitting
that.
here, you and me, the distance that we are. Like it maybe a
Well,
little.
no, here's the problem.
It wasn't like
we were starving,
Yeah.
and so everything that came around the corner, we were staring at. Because the lady told us, like, she snuck us in, right? And she said, we got a big party coming in. I say, if you bring the food out, we'll be here 15 minutes.
It won't take long.
It ain't gonna take us long. So,
But in the meanwhile,
yeah.
he's looking at this dude with his chicken. He goes, "You don't really want that."
I couldn't wait. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know what you're doing. You did this. You did this with the salad guy.
Oh, now that was ridiculous. We had
Leroy,
to.
you just shame
Hey,
people for doing anything
we-
that you would
hey,
do.
No, that's not true.
Dan, how many times in life, in your life, has some stranger commented on what you're eating? Because I have been with this man for many a meal, and I can think of 4 occasions where people we don't know, he's like, on what they're eating.
No, think about this, Dan. Let's put it in context, and I'll explain why I commented. Okay, the guy has a plate, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, he looks like he could get down with the get down.
He's portly.
Right? Nah, I didn't say that, but
I'm just saying so you don't.
And so you go to a buffet that costs $1 million on the weekend. Your first choice is not going to be a salad. In a buffet, I'm not giving. That's like you letting them win.
So,
You letting them win. So my comments had to do with why you come to a buffet and then get a big old plate of salad.
people like salad
But
bars.
wait. Okay, but guess what? When we walked by his table, the salad was sitting there and he had barbecue all over his mouth. And I was like, see, I told you it was for show. So I was justified, vindicated.
like
I knew he
salad.
shouldn't have got no salad. At that point, he wasted lettuce.
Let him eat in peace.
I just,
It was
I
just get
did.
called out.
I'm not like, I say,
It's like you.
I just said, hey, big fella, you know you ain't gonna eat that salad.
You shamed Dan Day and I for eating salad.
Huh?
You shamed Dan Day and I once for eating salad
Yeah, get your eat on.
When did you do that? When did you do that?
at the Tyreek Hill Foundation gala.
Oh, no, you know why? Because look,
And it was a good salad.
no, here's the deal. They bring the different courses. You get the bread, and then they bring the salads, and then you get the main thing, right? When they put that salad out, like, all right.
I genuinely can't.
And every
believe-
time the waiter came by and handed you a plate, you were like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
You were ready for the main course, but
Yeah.
still, they don't know that. They're just going
No,
based
I
off
didn't
what
say
they're
I wasn't
told
mean
to
to
do.
him. I was like, nah, you can pass me up with that salad.
I still just genuinely can't believe how bad that auctioneer was at that time.
Oh, he
Like-
still
That was so
crying.
awkward.
I've
He
never
still
heard,
crying like he won an Emmy.
and he would talk slow. What auctioneer talks slow?
It made no sense.
The whole
to me.
point.
You think my comments are why we didn't have it again?
Well, I don't think they had a second
I-
one, so
Oh.
I'm
They
not going
never
to take the
did,
blame
no.
for that.
Because when Tobin said, hey, you ever thought about taking a trip to Africa? Because they auctioned off a trip to Africa. I said, I don't want to go back. And the only people that laughed,
The Hills found it funny.
the only people
Do
that
you
laughed
think
were the black
people
people.
went on the trip?
All the other people got uncomfortable. And so Tobin did this.
I'm not taking the blame for that.
Wait, this was also the same night.
He said, I didn't
The
say
same night I said, I gotta go use the bathroom. And he goes, you need any help? I'm like, no.
We had
Because
thumb surgery.
I had,
Just being a
I had
good
no, I had the
friend.
thing on my cast. I had the cast on
that. I
mine.
know. I was
Yeah.
there.
All right, we'll take a break. Back after this. Really, I can't take this man anywhere. I can't.
Wait, you teed me up. You teed me up. Dan, I don't understand how a person could get mad at a response when basically you put me up on the tee and say, go ahead, big fella, hit it.
I was just referring Bradley Chubb speaking to the media today.
Go ahead.
And I'm looking at David Feronis's Twitter account, which says Dolphins outside linebacker Bradley Chubb says he's, quote, starving after missing the 2024 season.
And I said, no, I doubt he's ever starved. Dude.
I love how I get back and you're just shaming
I'm not shaming somebody.
How is that not shaming someone?
He's not talking about physical starving.
No, that's not what he's talking about.
I know, but
he looks good. He looks lean.
He does.
He looks like he lost.
You know what? Sometimes, and let me say this. I'll give you a perfect example. Every time we see somebody that knows me or knows of me, what's the first thing they say? I thought you were bigger.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the way you wear your equipment, right, makes you look a certain way. When in actuality, you don't look that way at all. So I know that. That's why I make fun of like some of the most amazing athletes I ever come across didn't have body by Jake. I tell you that. Jerry Ball was one of the most athletic people I've ever played with, and he was built like a donut. Or a beach ball. Or one of those things you bounce on like this.
That's enough. That's enough.
You know the little ball with the handle?
Once again, that's enough. That's
Day said to stop.
Too much.
Yeah. So, like, yeah. But then, and keep in mind, I do it out of fun.
Well, the Dolphins.
Like, I have no ill will towards anybody. I just like making fun of people because that's what we did in the locker room. Made fun of everybody. And sometimes you were the guy on the hot seat.
Bradley Chubb says, according to Omar Kelly's Twitter, on Kenneth Grant, Kenny G, quote, he's attached to Kenny. He's attached to Zach Sieler's hip at all time.
Yep.
That's good.
That was I hung out with Kevin Mack and Eric Metcalf when I got into the league.
You would Travis Wingfield says you would think that he's older by how he approaches the work. That's good. We saw that when we talked to Coach Esposito about that.
Yeah,
I wasn't surprised.
That's the first thing he said.
I'm very excited to see what the kid can do. I was actually watching some highlights of him last night. Very athletic.
Yes.
From Michigan. Like
he's basically his only thing is
people worry about the size. Like they think that like just over like, but he plays. He's so fast.
He play, but here's what the thing that if he can give that 100% effort all the time, like Christian Wilkins did, then you'll be happy. But that's what they question sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like a big, like saying
Kalaware.
Yeah, like bigs always have that kind of look. That's how D tackles are.
Isn't there like isn't there like a game that D tackles do too sometimes of like not going pedal to the metal all the time, like because it's kind of to lull linemen.
You have to, and it's with everything. You have to pick your spots, right? Like, that's why you notice one of the positions they rotate a lot is D line, right? Rotate so everybody can have that energy. We're not. I don't think you can afford to have a guy pace himself throughout the game. So what they tell you is, if you need a break, we'll give you one. Give me all your effort. Running back, you can look on the field and see if a guy's a little tired, right? When you're tired, you can give him a little breather, right? My thing was, and that's what I would say, I'm not coming off the field to take a breather because I'm burning energy running on the field and then running back on. I might as well just stay and play.
Alec Ingold from David Feronis' Twitter, on the outside perception of the team not having a strong roster, quote, I don't give a bleep. Catch me in training camp. Catch these guys working. That noise can be great for some people, terrible for others. I really don't care.
The what now?
This is Alec Ingold, the fullback.
Yeah.
This is on the outside perception of their team stinking.
Oh,
Basically said I don't give a bleep.
The thing is that the one thing that I would never take away from anybody before the season starts is the ability to compete, right? Like, I think before last year, when we think about the Miami Hurricanes, did you think every game was going to be a shootout and a barn burner for whatever reason, up or down? You didn't think that, right? But that's the way the season played out. When you look at the 14 teams that go to the playoffs, there'll be 5 or 6 new teams. That it usually is. In the last 20 years, there's been 6 new teams every year.
Yep.
So last year was an anomaly. It was only 4. So from that standpoint, for everybody to just take the football season and say status quo, this is what it's going to be. Because I can tell you one team nobody had doing as well as they did, the Washington Commanders. Okay.
Yeah.
So no,
Has it gotten to them being a competent football team?
Think about this.
It's kind of depressing.
Think about this. Have you ever had a season where the final game of the season, 2 14-2 teams were playing against each other for the division, and the other one had to travel across the country?
Yeah, that did seem unfair.
Right. So, like, things happen during the course of the year, right? So we try to get an idea of what your team's going to be.
Yep.
But sometimes they're just guys who are gamers, guys who look like crap, like they're just getting ready for the season. They ain't trying to make the team. So I always wait, and what did I tell you? 4 weeks. Let's look at the team 4 weeks into the season.
I think it's going to tell everything about this team this year because, I mean, you're going to have 3 divisional games already under your belt.
Right.
So you're going to get a good tone of the Dolphins after the first 4 weeks.
Right. I would be able to tell who they start the season off with.
Colts.
The Colts. I will tell you this. Give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks and I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Wow.
And here's why. It has nothing to do with anything other than one thing I want to see.
What's that?
You say you want to be more physical. You say you want to be tougher. I want to see how the coaches called games. I want to see what the offensive game plan is. Okay? And then I'll be able to tell you if they are making some adjustments to how they do things, or are they still going to be the same team? And then when we get to December and January and you're on the road, you're going to go, this team is soft.
I just saw they got Buffalo on 3 days or 4 days rest again.
When? Up north?
Yeah. Week 3 is Thursday Night Football.
Oh.
After week 2 hosting the Patriots. And then they go to Buffalo Thursday Night Football.
Ooh. Well, the good thing is you want it early.
You don't have to go there on the road. That's true.
Right? So in December, they'll be down here.
November.
Yeah. So would you rather do it that way or do it down here in September and up there in November?
It's the short rest, really, that I'm just like, again? They got him again on short rest?
Yeah.
You know, like again?
I mean, they're getting short rest too.
Yeah, but come on, they're daddy right now. Like he don't need a training camp. He's already got the formula.
Hey, believe it or not, I told you, there's certain things you got to go through regardless. How good you are, how good you were last year, how bad you were last year. Certain positions got to go through certain things to get you ready for the season.
One would say, if you think you could figure out the Dolphins in 2 weeks, that you're saying week 2 is a statement game.
No.
That's kind of what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying
kind
that.
of.
Not
a little bit.
Here's why I say 1 or 2 games. Because after week 1, I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get a sense then. And then week 2 will confirm how we going about doing things.
Okay.
So, and it has this, what I'm talking about right now has absolutely nothing to do with winning or losing and more to do with sustainability.
I just want to know, what do I get to ask you after 2 weeks? Like, are you going to give me a record? Are you going to give me, if they're going to be in the play, are you going to do that?
No,
that's a
I would
loss?
say you'll be able to tell whether what they're trying to do early in the season will put them in a better place in December and January.
We'll take a break. Play a little Damage is Done, my friend. Next. All right. Welcome back, everybody.
You don't know? You never heard that song?
I mean, possibly. But...
Hey, can we return with Dasha?
Boots.
Austin. The name of the song is Austin.
Leroy's mentioning that because Stars and Strings is coming back to Hard Rock Live in November. And if you guys want to win tickets to see Dirks Bentley, Dasha, Nate Smith, Zach Top, Hudson Westbrook, and more. You guys can text the word HARD to 20357. That's HARD to 20357. Tickets on sale now. Starsandstrings.com. Stars and Strings supports Folds of Honor. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates apply. Don't text and drive. You guys familiar with Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah,
emphasis on the.
She's with Diggs, right?
No, that
No
is
way.
Cardi B.
She
Cardi
is
B, sorry.
with Marcos's favorite.
She is with one of the Splash Brothers.
But she,
Klay.
she is in
Okay.
WAP, so that's where you're getting confused.
Yes.
It's Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
Oh,
Two of the wettest things there are. WAP and the Splash Brothers.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm
okay.
so
What?
uncomfortable again.
I apologize. I should have workshopped that one.
Hey,
Cameron's is done already. That's
because
it.
no, because here's the deal.
In this segment right
Sometimes what gets sent to your mouth needs to be returned.
Hey,
now. To
guys.
sender, please.
Well, no, he ain't gonna never know. He doesn't know what that means.
Hey, guys. Enough of the WAP references. Oh, man. I'm going to get sent an HR module today.
No.
Anyway.
Hey, we're like we could do it together.
You ain't doing that.
Oh, man.
I mean-
Anyway, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was on his podcast, the big podcast, and he was asked about Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson.
Oh
and
boy.
Shaq says, that ain't going to work. He says,
He said,
he goes, I give it 6 weeks. So Shaq's going, damage is done. This is all for looks. They seem adorable. Genuinely, like they seem adorable. They're working out together. They're going to award shows together. But Big Diesel's like,
they look good together. I like it.
Hey, can I just say this? I love Shaq because him, but you need to be in a certain place to be commenting on other relationships. How's that? Can I just leave it at that?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Because what I wanted to say came down, but I sent it back to corporate, right? Send it back to corporate because you can't say everything.
Right.
Right. But I'm just saying.
I should take notes on that.
Yeah, of course.
What do you got for damages done?
All right. So, Solana,
What?
let me just say this. He has a group of kids come in
Yeah.
that Seth, they come in like good to see the kids, seeing what we do or whatever.
Yep.
We go on break. They come in and he goes, hey, y'all can sit in the chairs. Don't touch nothing, the mics or whatever. Just leave them as they were. Kids come in, sit in chairs, take a picture. And then he walks over to the kid and goes, no, you want to get it right here. And he moved the mic like, hey,
Yeah, do we leave the equipment or not?
where are we not? Keep your hands to yourself.
Also, you don't grab it there. You grab it here.
However he grabbed it, I don't know. He just finished
Well.
telling. I'm more than sure they sitting up there and go, I thought he said don't touch the equipment.
Wait, what do you wait? I was doing something. I heard about grab it here, grab it there, don't
Yeah.
touch the equipment. Is that
The way our show works, Dan, the way our show works, if you don't pay attention all the time, you're going to hear a snippet of something and
you're
it's not going to have context. It's not going to have context. And you might not understand.
so? Grab it here, grab it there, equipment and
mic.
snippets.
Yep.
Oh,
But the
okay.
first thing they said
Mhm.
when the kids came in, don't touch nothing, don't push no buttons, nothing. And then what is the first thing he did?
Touching around.
Right.
Jennifer, what damage is done for you?
Well, so remember the good old.
I know what's damage is done for you.
You know what? We're not talking about that, please.
Okay.
Don't remind me. Remember the good old be honest, Posh?
Yeah.
Well, the damage is done because karma came real quick for David Beckham.
He lied.
No,
he
he
would never do
decided to give himself his own haircut by himself, unsupervised, and Posh was a little too honest and took a video of his mistake. Look at that.
Oh,
Ended up with a little bald spot.
That's a face of shame right there.
He's very ashamed about
Wait.
it. And he told her, Posh, it's not. You don't have to be honest about everything.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I had
It was like
three.
country.
I had
Damage
three,
is
sorry.
done.
A redneck Englishman.
What the hell was that accent?
Like, a
Let's be
Latino
honest, I can't
redneck
talk.
Englishman.
I can't talk a lot right now, so I
Hey,
mix it.
so first of all, under no circumstances should this ever happen to somebody cutting his hair. Never.
Well, that's exactly.
You
what's
wanna
in
know
the
why?
video also, because they had the little measurement.
The
like
guard.
different, yes,
Right.
correct.
So this should never happen.
Well, that's what she told him
And
in the video also.
The other thing is, it's no big deal to just cut it all off.
Exactly.
Right.
Maybe he didn't want to go that much, though. Maybe he forgot to put. Maybe he was,
That'll grow back in a couple of
Also,
weeks for him.
It's David Beckham. I really don't think anything will make him look bad.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you're David Beckham and you're that cool, and you've never been in that position before, any level of shame Posh can get back on him is good, you know. And so, like, I'm sure, and you know that she's been looking for an opportunity ever since he
After
embarrassed
becoming
her
a
with
very
"Be
viral
honest."
meme. Mhm.
Be honest, Posh.
Be honest.
Oh, we had a modest living. And what did you drive to school? It was a Rolls Royce. Thank you. Dan, what damage is done for you, dude? Other than having to stay here for an extra 2 hours.
and counting. But yeah. Damian Lillard returns to Portland with the Trailblazers, says it's good to be quote unquote back home. He and Joe Cronin happy to be reunited. The damage is done. You already cost us a Larry O'Brien trophy here in South Florida. Damian Lillard and Joe Cronin.
Damage is done.
Look at that horrible smile.
Ugh. The damage is done. It's our trophy.
So mad about it. I mean, I'm happy for him, but I'm just mad at Joe Cronin. You know, like I'm glad Dame gets to be with his kids. Good for him. And you know, it probably wouldn't have worked with a Dame Tyler Hero backcourt. But still,
Why not?
I mean, because it's basically express lane to the basket.
That's one of the things why I think.
Do you remember the Damian Lillard, CJ McConnell backcourts, Leroy?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
You know, there was a reason they had some good series, and he sent some people home. But once they got to those Western Conference Finals, woo! Anyway, yes, I agree, Dan. I'm trying to ignore it. But I am genuinely happy for Dame. He gets to be with his kids for a year, and I saw that Chauncey Billups said he's going to be the most expensive assistant coach in the league.
Yeah, $70 million next year. But really, honestly, Dame should have never left, and he really probably would have never left if he would have known he couldn't have made it to Miami. He'd have probably
Agreed.
like,
I agree with
I'm
that.
just going to stay here and rebuild.
I am 100% with you. If he would have thought, if you're Damian Lillard and you've watched for the history of time, every star get to go where they wanted to go, and you're the nicest guy, the best, and you're loyal, you're like, hey, you can't just do right by me? No, can't settle. I'm going to trade for 2 injured guys. They don't even have anybody left from that trade. Nobody's there.
You got Drew Holiday and then Damian Lillard
They
back.
already had Drew Holiday. Like, is that not,
Listen.
like, does people are like, oh, look at Joe Cronin. Doesn't he get so much credit? What does he get credit for? And that he got a do-over on the trade? Nobody's. What does that team need Drew Holiday for? They got young guards. They're like, we're trading Simons. All right, cool. I'm just very confused. Everybody wants to make Joe Cronin out to be some genius. He can still go to hell. You don't get any forgiveness from me, Joe Cronin.
Damage is done there.
Can you believe this guy got one over on you? Are you not embarrassed by this? Joe Cronin is sitting there cheesing. He got Damian Lillard twice. You guys couldn't even get him once. I'm telling you right now, dude, you guys better fix it this year. I'm telling you, if I have to sit through us, hey, they almost caught you last year. What were they, like one loss behind the Heat, or one win behind the Heat? Hey, don't let Joe Cronin pass you this year. You guys can hear me. Anyway, and play Jovic more. Anywho, thanks, Dan. I appreciate that.
Much obliged.
Almost used the tranquilizer guns all over again.
Yup.
I mean, you know, there's always the next whale that we won't get. But will I think about it? Yes.
Yes, you will.
Of course. There's no quitting me.
Well, here's the problem.
Thank you. Next.
Even if you could have gotten Dame,
Yeah.
I don't want Dame sitting on the bench. Like, this team is not in a place where they can afford to bring a guy in and have him sit for a year. Like, I don't understand. I think the biggest problem with this team is like there's been situations where you've brought in banged up players and they end up being banged up, and you're shocked why nobody's available.
Especially the tune of $15 million a year. That's an expensive. I'm sorry. Right? Why are you looking at me like that?
That's what they're giving him, $15 million a year.
I think
Plus
it's
the
40.
money
I
he's
think it's
getting.
40. Plus the money he's getting. A little double dip. They don't call him Dame Dollar for nothing. Dame lots of dollars.
Hey.
Although, did you see this? Could be something. Could be nothing. See Bam Adebayo in Greece?
Again?
Well, this is just.
This is new post?
It's posts over the weekend.
Are you
what?
Making a mountain out of a molehill?
I mean, you do with it what you will. I'm not here to.
I would have done nothing with it because I really wasn't that interested. And now you bring it up. Now we got to dig into it.
He posted on Instagram.
What did he post?
Posted
a picture of himself in a captain's hat.
What does that mean?
Exactly, dude. What does that mean?
I mean, was he on a boat?
Well, yeah, he was on a boat. I mean,
Okay.
Greece is full of has a lot of water.
Wait,
around
can
it.
I just? Why does he have a kid-size hat? Can he get a grown-up hat?
Do you think they make a lot of 6'9"?
Yeah.
6'9" ain't got nothing to do with the size of your head.
He doesn't have a small head.
It has to match his body.
Hey,
what?
I'm more than sure Joe Rose ain't 6'9", but his head is bigger than Bam's.
You think they make a Joe Rose size captain hat?
No, of course not. It would look like a little thimble.
Look like Donald Duck. The tiny hat.
Off to the side. How does that hat stay on his head?
I don't know. And why does he have a tiny hat but no pants?
Or shoes.
So he got a little hat to cover up his head, but he don't have nothing to cover up his head.
Just free duck
Makes
ball in
no
it.
sense.
I mean, ducks don't like.
I don't know where they are.
Huh?
I don't know where they keep them in the feathers. They don't hang, do they?
Oh no!
No,
You know what?
I just know.
Between
Let me tell you
yesterday
something.
and today, you
Ducks-
guys deserve
hey,
to go to a
ducks are
specific
violent.
office.
Ducks are violent.
I've heard that.
With female ducks, they just go take it.
Yep.
They just jump on.
Quack chew.
First of all, the two male ducks, because on the golf course, we see a lot of
Yeah.
stuff with the iguanas and
Ducks get very horny on a golf course.
And so,
don't look at me like that, Dan.
Dan, just clip this entire part.
no, I'm just saying, like,
The segment started wrong,
This is nonsense.
and it just has continued to go
why would
down
you
a
ask
spiral.
me? Why does Donald Duck
Started
have a
and ended
hat
the
with
same
no
way.
pants?
South makes another great point. Why does he put a towel on after the shower? Now all of a sudden you're bashful?
It's because of the WAP.
The guy been walking around.
That's for Daisy.
Wait, the guy been walking around for 37 years without pants, and he take a shower and he put a towel around his waist.
All right, take a break. I got this.
Please.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. How'd you guys like to see Zach Brown Band of the Sphere in Las Vegas this December? It's so easy to enter. All you have to do is log on to the Odyssey app and listen to WQM for 1 hour. That's it. You're doing what you're already doing on the Odyssey app for 1 hour. And then you're entered to win this contest. You listen to every day, and you guys can win. Winners receive a round-trip airfare to Las Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Odyssey app now. It's a national contest. For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zach, Z-A-C. That's how Zach Brown spells it. Zach with a C. Not with the CK. Not just with the K.
CH.
Not with the CH. Not like Thomas. Zach, Z-A-C. Special thanks to Messina Touring Group.
They are
Headline-
a great band live.
Are they? I've never seen
They're
them.
so talented.
I've never seen them. Never seen
I
them.
saw them
true
my
that,
first year. Turn on your microphone.
Sorry. Is it true that women who like who's the group the one dude, oh, I forgot his name.
Oh,
It's a name of a band, but it's a dude.
name of a band, but the band is a dude.
Yeah,
Dave Matthews?
Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
The women are a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that like him.
I don't know about it anymore. He's a little long in the tooth, I think, Dave Matthews.
But
But I
back in
remember
the
back when I
heyday-
was in college, yes, I dated a girl who was a little cuckoo for Dave Matthews.
Right. Isn't
And
it
I was
like,
all right, calm down.
I don't like
Well,
She
this is the
wakes
Zach
up in
Brown.
the morning. Ooh, nah. That's his Dale. Squeaky voice.
I saw him on an episode of House.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
He shows up in Adam Sandler movies randomly.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bad Bunny is in Happy Gilmore 2, which comes out this weekend.
Really?
He
Yeah.
is.
I'm wondering.
Tommy Tobin's very excited for that.
Yeah.
For Bad
Yeah.
Bunny?
Is it only on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
He's got a hell of a deal with Netflix. He
Sure
just
does.
spit out some movies every now and then.
Sure does. Headlines are brought to you by...
Adam Sandler movies are you like a cult.
Mhm.
Like you watch them all and you get the same bit of silly humor with the same guys playing different roles.
Yep.
Right? Like who's Mr. Deeds, crooked eye guy, he's in everything.
Mm-hmm. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Analyst. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Oh, hello, Vlad.
What's going on?
How are you, buddy? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You know,
Yeah, heard-
dirty, but yeah.
Long day.
That's you did no. You told me you got a flat tire. Was it
Quite
on the Was that on the highway?
Yeah, on 75,
It's
right
very scary.
between Miramar and the Turnpike.
Dude, does anybody account for anybody's life less than when you're trying to change a tire on the highway?
Dude, I had to go.
Terrifying.
Dude, thank God I was on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Oh, because the tire was on the left?
No,
Was
the
it
tire was
driver's
on the
side?
right-hand- It was on the passenger side, but I was on the left-hand side, so I just pulled over by the grass.
Oh, okay.
So that, so when I'm looking, nobody's going to come and zoom and then take a limb of Vlad.
I'm throwing some Hail Marys up if you're on driver's side with that going by. Very scary. Very scary.
It's brutal.
Yeah, man. That's no joke. No joke.
I'm glad you're safe.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's people, because you know what? Also, Vlad, people can't drive down here.
No.
So do you have the little baby tire?
Yeah, I got the big.
You got the donut on?
I got the
Donut.
donut.
What?
What happened? What was bad was it wasn't only the tire, plastic was.
Oh,
The plastic was scraping. So I was like, what the hell's going on? There's nothing worse than you're driving, everything's cool, and all of a sudden you hear clack, 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 and you're like, uh-oh.
And then somebody like waving you down. Hey!
No, I could hear
You
it.
could hear it.
I could hear it. So I was like listening to Joe Rose and Mario, I could hear it.
Just trying to listen to the coach. He's telling you that Carson Beck's good to go.
And then all of a sudden you hear clack, 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 clack. I was like, what?
Dave South said, as soon as you even think about changing your tire, you start sweating.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, that was the other thing. And I'm like, oh man.
And especially when, remember back in the day, you used to be able to go in your trunk. You got like a real jack.
Yep.
With the, thing, you just reach up under there, put it under the, crank it up, lift it up. Now
Now it's like 4 pieces
it's
to
like
put a jack
4
together.
pieces of metal that you have to put together. You're worried about whether this is going to hold your car up.
Yep.
Right? Like, prices have gone up and they've given you less crap to help protect it.
Totally fair.
Remember back in the day, Vlad, did you ever own a car that came with jumper cables?
Never.
I had my car. Well, maybe that was just because it was an old busted up car and it had problems. We called it the Green Lizard.
Sometimes I would have the emergency case has a flare with it. You know?
No, I got listen.
Like a little lunchbox looking thing.
I don't care how new a car is or what brand of car.
You got to get jumper cables.
The first thing I do is put jumper cables in the back.
The other thing, I think every car should come with the automatic, the bolt remover for tires. I'm sick of the old school.
No, but what about
And
wait?
It's too tight.
Yeah, oh, come on. When it's too
Has
tight.
anybody ever lost their wheel lock?
Oh, dude. What?
Come on, man.
Talking about being
Stuck
cooked.
on the side of the road. You're like, why can't I open? What the hell?
Like, how often are people's tires getting stolen? Because I feel like because this is to me, if somebody in this day and age doesn't have the sophistication to fix to have the wheel lock, I think the tire thieves have caught on. Why do we need the wheel lock anymore?
Right.
If you don't have $15 to go to a used tire spot to go get a used tire, you should be all right.
It's crazy.
Oh man. So the Dolphins, they are reporting to camp, reporting to Dolphins camp. A lot of guys talking to the media today. Tyreek Hill, he's spoken to the media. He says that he wants to give the best version of himself when he only focuses on football and family. He says, quote, "I haven't given the best version of Tyreek my whole career."
Um,
I'll tell you, I don't know if I buy that one.
I don't. Because here, this is real life stuff, right? As long as you have family, you got to learn how to compartmentalize all these different things and aspects of your life. When one part of that life starts bleeding into the other, that's when you have problems.
I do agree that
so
it's
I would say with all of the stuff he has going on off the field,
right,
with whatever, kids, relationships, or whatever, because you still got to have a relationship with those women.
Sure.
That stuff bleeds into your football. So you need to like, as Bob would say, refocus.
Focus.
Right? Put everything in its proper place.
He's been doing that.
Sometimes he refocuses too much.
He refocuses too much.
Sometimes on Astron.
Last time he refocused,
So he nearly took out somebody.
You know what I'm saying. So while he's saying this is the most focused, like sometimes we say things. For example, Vlad, Tobin, Jennifer. Every time you interview a fighter of any before a fight, he always in the best shape of his life.
True.
Right?
They never tell you they're in the worst shape of their life.
Right.
What would be the point of fighting?
It's before the season. People want to hear something positive.
In fairness, I've lied to fighters too.
You look like you're in the best shape of your career.
Just to get them going.
I've done that too. I've done it to fighters. I did it to Adrian Broner once.
And you know he was not in the best shape of his career.
I was caught because you know what I know something? I got caught in such a lie with Adrian Broner one time. He was fighting Pacquiao and I had him on a radio tour. And we were just talking. Yeah, best shape of my life. I'm like, all right, cool. And mind you, Manny Pacquiao is probably one of my top 2 favorite fighters of all time. And I don't know why I said this because Broner was training down here and he was a good interview. But I was like, all right, man, rooting for you. And he goes, really?
So he
called you out.
He called me out. And I was like, yeah, you know, anybody.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this in all, like, you get caught up in this sometimes because you may or may not have a couple of hot takes on the guy you're interviewing. I try not to go too far, right? I mean, like, yeah, I get it.
The Dolphins have also, a lot of reporters boots on the ground today saying Minkah Fitzpatrick was scheduled to have his first press conference since being traded today. But apparently it's been postponed to what they're saying is a later day.
Okay.
A later day?
Yeah, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Could be something.
Like think about
Could
this.
be nothing.
Could be nothing.
Was it Savai'Naya?
Yeah.
I would want to hear what he has to say more than Minka.
When is Uno talking?
I'm not worried about the defense as much as I am that O-line. So I want to see the big dog come in.
You know what they usually do, Vlad? I've noticed with the Dolphins, when everybody's speaking, they don't do it 2 a day. Like they do it 2 a day when no one else wants to talk. So it's like, that's 2's day. So you could probably get 2.
Today's Tuesday.
It might be the first day. Like
might be tomorrow.
He might do it tomorrow, but I would guess like do everybody else tomorrow and then you do him the next day. That's probably what they'll do.
Or do you want to just keep it like?
Although I think
the
he does
regular schedule.
Yeah, I think he does Wednesdays a lot. So maybe they do it.
Do we think? So question. So I was listening to Joe and Hollywood earlier, and they were talking about how your quarterback has to be the leader of your franchise, and talking about Tua is very reserved. Like when it comes to, his person, he's not out there like that. Like the other guys.
I don't know if that's true for his.
I know,
for on the team,
right? But again, and I would say, like, let's be clear about this. What makes you a leader on your team is not what we think. It's what they think. Right? Like to look at a guy and for us determine who's the leader on the team based on his production is not being fair. I know a lot of guys who carried around a lot of weight that didn't play a whole lot on a football team.
I think there's a difference though. Like he started off not that. I mean, very clearly because he didn't have the confidence with Brian Flores. I don't think a Tua with Mike McDaniel hasn't been a vocal guy or handled the team. Like I think, I think they're on two different spectrums.
Do we have to? And maybe I'm ignorant to this, right? I am ignorant to this because when I was in Minnesota, I had a bunch of quarterbacks and they all had success. There was not one quarterback that I played with in Minnesota that failed. Even Jeff George had success. But are we getting caught up on if your quarterback isn't a leader, you can't win? And we're determining whether that guy's a leader or not?
Yeah, I just think that first of all, I don't think it's true that he's not a leader.
Right.
I don't think that he's not vocally a leader, but also like I don't think of Jalen Hurts as being that vocal. I don't think I think of him as being a pretty reserved guy. I don't think of Matthew Stafford as like a rah-rah guy.
And here's what I would like to say to
Mahomes, obviously. I mean, he never shuts up with that frog voice.
Here's what I would like to say to
what, he sounds like Kermit, dude.
I know he sounds like Fragile Rock, but still.
He wants to those referees a lot, dude.
Don't they all the greats do?
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jordan had a referee goes, I didn't see that, Michael. I'll look for it next time. What?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan.
So
Brady, come on, all of them do.
So
Brady's a big whiner.
Here's what I want to say. Why do we think that we can look at a team and determine who the leaders are?
Okay, because you're, like I said, you speak from privilege because you're a former great athlete that was in those locker rooms. Us fans look at it by what the media, because we listen to the media, we read the papers, and the guy that's usually the one that's talking, speaking up, whether things are good or bad, they're the ones that the media go to or the reporters go to.
Yeah,
they're the voice. Therefore, and they're also playing to a level where you could say, okay, he's playing good and he's very voiceful. So you would consider that person, he or she, whatever the sport, the leader.
No,
that's what.
But that's what you think. But that's not accurate. Like there's certain guys in the locker room where we know the guys that people gonna ask all the questions to, right? But when it comes to somebody walking in that locker room and saying, hey, let's get this thing going. Sometimes it's the same guy, but sometimes it's not. And I just think that we want to look at our best players or the highest paid players and just automatically call them leaders,
because they
and that may
usually
not
are.
be
Well,
the
that's and
the
that,
case.
but that has been the case. But that has
Right.
been the case with the Dolphins. And like, if you're just going by captains and who the Dolphins have been picking,
Right.
like a lot of them have just been the best players. And
Right.
and I think this is the thing with this team is it's probably more so Tua's team than any other year because Calais Campbell, Jalen Ramsey,
Johnny
Teron
Smith.
Armstead. I mean, like all these guys were captains.
And
Other than Johnny,
how the
we're all
season ended
captains.
with Tyreek.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
is Tyreek going to be a
But
captain
even
again?
when you saying that,
You
John
can't-
Woo was the one. John Woo was the only one on the offensive end that was talking every time. That's where all the reporters would go to.
Mhm.
That mean, low key. That's why I say.
I know from
kinda,
here.
But it's also
Vlad.
it's a tough year to gauge Tua's leadership when you miss a third of the season. Like you can't lead when you're not playing.
Right, but Vlad, let me say this. I get why fans and the media think that because that's the guy who talks, right? But I'm telling you,
right. That's what I'm saying. You're in the locker room,
right?
So
And I'm just saying that guy could be different. Like, for example, Ingold could be a leader on offense, right? You see what I'm saying? And so, like, how players follow that dude in the locker room is a lot different sometimes than who you think they are following and are leaders.
Right.
So I don't, just because I hear from so-and-so, this guy makes a lot of money or whatever, I don't necessarily think that is the leader. But there's a couple guys in that locker room. Like I would say defensively, right? All the other high-paid guys or whatever, those 2 D tackles would be my leaders. Went last year, right? And when you think about Calais and you think about, it's not only how they go about their business, how they do their work, but always available. Those are the leaders.
Mhm.
And not just the guys that talk. Some guys like to talk. Some guys are uncomfortable talking.
Is it more of a case then now that you have to take care of Zach Sieler if he's going to be one of your leaders, or does that not matter?
Absolutely. I see. Here's who would have been my poster child.
Zach
The
Sieler.
poster, it would have been Zach Sieler and Christian Wilkins.
Mhm.
Not because of anything other than when you watch a guy play that position that plays with that much energy every single play, that means every week I can turn on the film and say, this is the energy I want. This is the effort I want. That would be my leader. So that I have something I can put on film every week. Zach Sieler is that guy now. Zach Sieler, every week, we talk about him every week. About a guy you could turn on the film and say, look at this play. Look at what this guy does. This is the effort we want. This is the physicality we want to play with. And so those are the leaders.
But guys, isn't he 30?
Oh
Isn't he
my
too
God.
old?
How about that one? Yeah. Wait, he say when he
It's like, be a leader, but don't be too old.
Right,
Send your ass packing.
right.
Or as Sheriff Zach Sieler would say, put him out to pasture.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Tuesday. We'll mix things up later on this hour. Got to get to our Hard Rock Bet of the night, which we missed by a strikeout yesterday. Damn it.
Nasty work.
Damn it. Really thought we had that one. Can't bet on Stowers again tonight, can we? Seemed a little bit.
What, for a home run?
Seems a little bit greedy.
He is on a.
He's on a tear, though.
He is on a tear.
He is on a tear, but I can't bet on him again. Seems like too much. What?
I'm offended that you look all creepy at me. You turn around like
if you weren't trying to breathe down my neck like
I
2
wasn't.
segments ago.
Hey, yo.
I
What's
was
going
not
on here?
trying to
You was
breathe
trying to
down
scare
your
me.
neck.
HR?
No,
You were
not
right
HR.
here.
You making fun of the teeth again?
No,
No.
he was trying to scare me, but he
You're not a
knows that don't
bird.
work.
Leroy, if you were a bird, you would scare him.
Yeah,
If he was a bird, he'd be scared.
yeah.
He'd be in danger.
Mm-hmm. Can we
Rumor has it that the
Can we film you coming off the go-go juice?
You know what? We're not.
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
You said you
this.
want to see. When
Hey.
you thought that was going to be me.
Yeah,
you
I was
wanted
gonna
to be a
go get.
bit.
You need a ride?
When that was going to be me,
Come
it was
on, we
going to
can
be a
make
bit.
it. We can make it a day.
Come on.
Come on.
Ew,
We'll broadcast from outside.
You know, it's always funny whenever we want to do a bit around you, then you deflect. But when there's anybody else's humiliation, you're right there with the camera.
Hey, I'm gonna just say this: we would never make you take a bubble bath with a McRib.
Yep.
Wait, what? A bubble bath with a McRib?
That was so 2020.
Wait, who did that?
Me,
That's not.
Wait, you took a bubble bath with a McRib?
unfortunately.
Did you lose a bet?
I cannot speak of those things.
Wow. Too traumatizing.
Traumatizing.
The Malabar says on Twitch, why do you guys keep saying you can't lead if you're not playing? You don't think that affects, like, if Tua didn't play 6 games last year, you don't think that
No,
affects impact
that-
on the locker room?
Nope, because I'm gonna tell you this: a leader is a leader is a leader, right? It doesn't change.
Yeah, but he's
Like,
literally not in the huddle. Like,
it
you can't
doesn't-
lead on the field.
No, but again,
it's not
you're
locker room leading.
You're on the sideline. You're at practices. You're doing stuff that way. Maybe he wasn't around.
So you don't think he's like, hey, guys, keep it tight.
No,
On 2.
no,
Really?
that's not. What do you think a leader does?
I don't know what he is. You tell me.
Right.
Wait, then wasn't there a time he looked like he was just sleeping on the sidelines?
There
was it
was.
against Cleveland?
Yeah, there was a time.
That was against Cleveland, right? When he was just chilling
Mm-hmm.
and he was just like warmed up in his
He was all
Dolphin-
in his snuggie,
in his snuggie, and he just looked like he
Oh,
was
I went to
sleeping.
that game.
cozied up.
It was cold and then it warmed up. Yeah.
Hey, guys, don't worry. Tim Boyle's got this. You got to believe.
Snoop.
So that's what you think leading is?
When you have Tim Boyle out there, what else is he supposed to do?
I just think.
How is he still on a roster, Tim Boyle? Can I be honest with you?
Backup quarterback,
How does
man.
he
They
keep
always
getting
end
to
up
do this?
somewhere.
Wait, he's the backup for where?
I think he's on the Titans. 'Cause-
Titans. That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
because
he
Will
can.
Levis. Everybody, by the way, is very suspicious of Will Levis's surgery time.
It's not.
What?
Listening to Leroy, what he said, it's not that weird
It's not.
because Leroy explained the way Leroy explained his injuries is basically the same thing as Will Levis.
I'll give you another example.
Mhm.
Ryan Tannehill. Remember they said they didn't need surgery?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he went out and practiced and ripped it,
Mm.
and he was out for the year?
Yeah, I
Yes, that's how it happens.
remember,
you know why? Because we make an assumption that the team doctor is the best doctor in town.
I remember Adam Gase claiming that he was healing like Wolverine.
Yeah, and then he wasn't.
Nope.
He was healing like kryptonite.
He was OG beating science, according to Adam Gase.
No, they always say that. I mean, name a coach that doesn't say he's beating science. You ever heard a coach say, "Oh, he had a setback"?
Your coach.
Huh?
Your coach.
Belichick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then. You see, that was quick.
No,
Belichick
but that's
would
not
never
true.
do that. Belichick would never say he's well. You
No,
beat him.
Belichick.
No.
Like, he would
Parcells
never
it.
comment on the injury. He's like, I don't talk about injured players.
Yeah, I just talk about the guys who are
Yeah.
here.
Hey, guys, don't worry. Snoop's totally got this. I know he's been here for like 3 seconds. Believe.
He
Thanks,
got it out.
Tua.
Hey.
Just, Tua, please. I'm begging you, dude.
Wait.
I know you're probably busy.
Leroy's 90 years old. His injuries were treated with melted butter. Nah, dude, we use red dirt.
Crazy.
Rub dirt on it.
Melted
We
butter?
read that red dirt.
Wow.
Melted butter.
Can you,
Ain't nobody. I'm from New Orleans. Ain't nobody else wasting no butter on the injury. It's food.
hey, guys, please. It's like, Tua, we would lead better if
Oh.
you stop throwing your head into somebody.
Karen said Marcos beat science.
Oh, that's right.
Did he?
Yeah,
No,
he
he
did.
didn't.
By the way, it was the funniest bit we had with Leroy. We just knew Leroy was gonna go.
Dude, that ankle of his was like clicking and it was swollen.
It was purple for
It was.
And
but
he's like, I'm beating science. Who's science?
it's science.
Yeah. But he should have he would have been done 3 weeks sooner if he put the boot on for the first 2
Just
weeks.
ice. Or just ice.
He did
No,
do
he got to
that.
put the boot on because you can't be walking on it and icing it up. You're just irritating him more.
He-
So it took longer to heal.
He did, but he just knows how you like everything step by step procedurally. So that's why he like making fun of you.
No, he never wore the boot.
He never wore the boot.
He wore the boot.
No,
No, he didn't.
He wore the boot.
I never saw him wear the boot. Every time he came in here, he tried to.
Oh, no,
jump.
he doesn't wear the boot.
Wait. I'm gonna tell you what.
I
don't wanna say- I'ma tell you where he wore the boot.
boot.
He wore the boot when he went to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
You got to
Gotta milk it.
You got to get that.
You got to
game
get
right.
the sympathy. You got to get the sympathy.
We'll take a break. A mixed bag on the other side. Leroy, except without the hobnobbers, because they've hit that part of the show where they are just hobnobbing.
It's ridiculous.
It really is.
It's like they're like little kids. They can't once
you
we
can't
go to
trust
break, they can't stay still.
Can't trust them. You know, they feel like and the thing is, they're not going to stick around and do like 20 minutes. They could just do 15 minutes of hobnobbing after the show. But no, they want to do all their hobnobbery between every break, Vlad.
And I don't get it. It's not like Leroy wants to talk to these people.
He said, no, see, that's the thing. He says he doesn't, but he really does.
He does, because every break he's always talking
Honestly, this is the truth about Leroy Horde.
Whoa.
This is the truth about Leroy Horde. No. You don't get to talk. You don't get to talk. The truth about Leroy Horde, and this is the truth of it. You're an office guy. You love the office. You love the office. You love the office. Yeah, you do. You love the office. You love hobnobbing with sales. You love you do. Well, where are you going? Who are you talking to?
We were just doing laps. Me and Jennifer.
You weren't doing laps.
Yeah, we were.
Get out of here.
Fine.
Where's she?
What are you, Joe Rose now?
Yeah.
No.
What are you, Galen
Yeah,
and Lupe?
She stopped
and Lupe?
over, at Lynn's desk. Yeah.
You like hobnobbing. You like you listen. You're an office guy.
I have my couple of people I like to say hi with and catch up with.
There's only a couple of people in the building.
You're one step away from coming up with theme days.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Damn, Leroy.
I'm telling you.
No.
Next Odyssey Spirit Week, planned by Leroy.
Oh my God.
Wait. Nick T, you wrong for this. It's like Leroy at tacos. He says he hates them, but leave 3 out in front of him and see if they last a segment.
100% right.
No.
That's a point for Nick. He's right.
He's right.
He's right.
He's right.
When he's right, he's right.
Not wrong whatsoever.
You too.
Yeah, you too, hobnobber.
What's going on?
You two are, quite frankly, you guys are two office minglers. And I think for two people who claim to be antisocial,
I'm not cropping people out of my pictures.
I don't know. You seem to love the office life.
I don't claim to be antisocial, but I do pick my moments.
No.
Is that moment every
break?
break?
You are around here like a little butterfly. Hey, so I have a question.
If she's the butterfly, you're the caterpillar.
No, I think
Hey,
it's the other way around.
I have a question.
What?
And I wasn't.
He made me look at somebody in
No.
the conference room to see the proportions of them.
No.
Wait, you
Okay.
fat shaming?
No, I wasn't fat shaming.
Through the
I wasn't-
tank?
No,
Oh
I wasn't.
my
Wait.
Okay,
Listen.
so
I was
he is
not-
the butterfly.
I was not fat shaming. But here's the deal. When you see somebody and they walk by and their upper body and their lower body are the
You
same
see?
length,
Do you see?
don't you do a double take?
No, I just go about my life.
Leroy, why are you so like you infatuated with the body, bro?
I'm really not. I think it's from, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you,
you know-
Leroy's the type of did you ever say in the locker room, hey man, you gaining some weight there, man? You ever do that to somebody?
No.
You
We used to, here.
fat shame somebody.
Can
in the
I
locker
just
room.
say this? Well, no, because when I was in the locker room, I was amazed at how
He's stuttering because he doesn't know where to
He
go.
doesn't know
no, I do. I was amazed at how big and bad body guys were while being great athletes. And I would tell you, you haven't seen an athlete till you've seen 330-pound guys have a dunk contest.
Well, maybe you thought that. Something tells me you respecting the athleticism of the portly didn't come out of your mouth very much in the locker room.
No, it
You
did.
literally said like 2 segments ago. Like,
No,
you did
but
not.
I told you where I get it from. I grew up. We used to sit around the
Hey,
dinner table over grandma's house during Thanksgiving
Leroy,
and Christmas and every Sunday
Leroy,
and just roast each other.
Leroy, you're not in grandma's house anymore.
I know, but it
You're
just is.
you're
And then being in the locker room, like, yeah, I only do it. Listen, here's the deal.
You're mean.
People that I don't like, I wouldn't even.
Well, it's not anybody
You're
here
just
because you
mean.
seem to be hobnobbing between every
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
Mr. Office Guy.
It's her fault.
You followed me out.
Do you guys know what today is?
No.
What's today?
Tuesday.
Today is the anniversary
Of?
the Matthew Tkachuk trade.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Matthew Tkachuk just got his cup day, and he spoke to media members in St. Louis. And this is what the Panthers star had to say about playing through injuries and winning the cup.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, if we would have not finished the job, it would have been just so, it would have been so upsetting and so wouldn't have made anything worth it. You know, when you think about going through and playing through it all, even if you lose in the finals, like, you didn't accomplish anything. So I think for us to finish the job, it made it all worth it. Made that 2.5 months of just getting myself okay enough to play in playoffs. Those were some really tough days, and I mean, you're still feeling a little of the effects even in the summer during some of the rehab I'm going through now. So. Yeah, it just winning the cup, it makes it all worth it. And it makes me standing, touching it, kissing it, everything. It's all worth it. Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, if we would have not finished the job,
with that cup.
Yeah,
but a pretty good 3-year run. Pretty good 3-year run for Matthew Tkachuk.
Wow, he's cold.
What do you say?
JFig ain't no character.
It would have been.
I don't even know what that means.
Me neither. But it sounds
it's a
funny.
movie.
You know, when you just say something and you don't even know what it means, but you chuckle.
You guys familiar with Bobby Portis?
Yeah, he just signed a new deal with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep, once punched one of his teammates in the face.
Yes, he did.
Oh, so he did
And he's got crazy eyes.
Yeah, he does have crazy eyes.
We don't mess with guys.
He
with
did
crazy
a
eyes.
old Green.
When he was on the Bulls, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was on ESPN radio, and he says he doesn't believe Giannis is going anywhere.
The media, any mind for real. You know, Giannis a loyal guy. He'll make his decision where he wants to do, but, you know, I think he believes Green, and I think he'll be here to hoop with us this year, and we're going to make another run at it. So that's just my honest opinion, what I feel. Obviously, with superstars like him, you always want to have that thought of, okay, what if he goes somewhere else, or all these reasons, but, you know, he got it made here, man, so it is what it is. I don't really pay the media any mind for.
I want to get away from that guy. He's unhinged. Punch you right in the snot box, just like he did. What was that? Who did he punch in the face? It was some Mirotic.
Wow. Oh no, Magic. That hurt. When Leroy says, "Here's the deal," I'm out on anything he says afterwards.
I mean, you know, it's a crutch, but you know.
Bobby Portis punched former Chicago Bulls teammate Nikola Mirotic during a practice altercation in 2017. The incident resulted in Mirotic sustaining a concussion, facial fractures, and led to an 8-game suspension for Portis.
Hey, man, don't mess with crazy eyes, bro.
I'm trying to think if I had anybody on my team. John Randall. I think John Randall would have.
Did he punch, or he would have?
No, Leroy started it, and John
I did not start it.
Sounded like you started it.
You just kind of started.
Very defensive there.
Yeah,
So here's what happened. So it was Monday after a game, and we were yucking it up in the locker room, and John Randall came in. He was hot.
You fat shamed him.
Probably.
He was hot. You know, he was mad, and he was like, "We need to be serious, right? Yesterday was not acceptable." And I said something along the lines of, if the defense could stop a nosebleed, we would have been okay.
Oh, boy.
And he came over to me with evil intentions. So I reached behind me and picked up my chair, and then we got broken up.
You going to use a weapon?
Did the chair make contact with him?
No.
You were going to use a weapon?
Did he?
If he would have swung at me,
But you know you deserve that, right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's Monday after the game.
Time out. He said
you can't worry about
he
what you
said we. You singled out the defense. He said we as a team, as a leader, would do.
He's still thinking about how the defense should have singled out somebody to stop. That's what he's thinking in his head right now. He's not wrong. That's what's going through his head right now, how he was not wrong, even with John Randall threatening him.
Right.
I wasn't wrong. Like I've been in the locker room on Mondays, and it's like, if we had a running back that could hold on to the damn football, and I'm like, my bad. I'm sorry, man. You know, it is what it is. I ain't never I don't get sensitive about jokes on me or people telling me how it is. I don't get sensitive about that. That's life. But I don't just go at anybody. But yeah, you can't come in there like it's Monday. It's Monday. If you worried about what you did and how you played yesterday, you probably should have worried about that before yesterday.
Damage is done.
Right, exactly.
Leroy must have had a good game. That's why he didn't care.
No, it doesn't.
You guys familiar with Mike Brown? Not the new Knicks coach.
No.
Cheap Bengals owner.
I've heard about him.
He's very cheap.
This is him on being cheap.
Cheapest.
This is him on being cheap with the star pass rusher.
Well, we're working at it. I came over here, and we have people back in our office who are sharpening their pencils and trying to figure that out as I speak here. It has been a long negotiation. Trey Henderson is a fine player. He's a good guy. We want him here. Dealing with him is sometimes not so easy. That's all right. He's got the right to argue his case. We'll try to make sense of it from our perspective, and we'll see. I'm not persuaded that it isn't going to get done. As far as I'm concerned, the sooner the better. Well, we're working at it. I came over here, and we have people back in our office who are
the cheapest organization in all of football has been the Cincinnati Bengals, who don't pay nobody. And you have the audacity to say somebody else is being difficult?
He's got that right, though. He did say that.
Wait a minute. Talk about not being aware. They paid one guy in the last 30 years, not named Joe Burrow.
Yep.
And they have no choice. Because the pressure to pay those two wide receivers was solely because you gave Joe Burrow a lot of money.
And they've only paid one. I mean, they got to franchise the other guy, so I guess he's going to get paid, but still.
I like, dude, it's at the end of the year, it always seems like the Cincinnati Bengals have $30 million in available money every year.
Yeah.
You know, you have to spend it. You know, whatever you don't use for the salary cap, you know what they do?
Mm-hmm.
Split it amongst the players.
Dr. Emmerich says he's so cheap, he still has people sharpening pencils.
It's unbelievable.
When's the last time as an adult you've used a pencil? If you're not like an architect.
When was the last time you sharpened a pencil?
Golf course.
Yeah.
That would all right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Box 10. When's the last time you used a full-size pencil?
Here's what I couldn't believe. Here's the most irritating thing in my household. Once a month, I buy 10 of the little pens, the nice gel pens or whatever, for checks or whatever to write letters. My kids who were in school only use pencil.
Really?
Yeah, they use pencil to do work.
Okay.
You have to have the number 2 pencils.
Yeah, the Faber stuff.
So I would go home and I could never find a pen. And I'm like, how does everybody in this house required to use pencil, yet I can't never find none of my pens?
Should call Papermate.
So it like, yeah.
He's being difficult, but that's okay.
Like being difficult. Holy smokes.
Wow.
Like, is that the craziest thing you like? Even before he talked, which I promise you half the NFL didn't know what he sounded like. Right?
He sounds like old.
Right.
Very.
But before he talked, the word was that it's hard dealing with Cincinnati because they're cheap, correct? So to have an owner come out and say that about a player, is he not aware of what people think of him?
Trey Henderson this morning posted a photo of him on what it appears he
on the road to Florida.
Is he on the road to Florida or is he in Florida?
He's in Florida. He just landed. He just said, I'm in Florida. He was taking IG flicks of him just heading back down to wherever he's destined to be, but he wasn't going to where Cincinnati's training camp was.
I know where I'm not going to be.
Pretty much. That's what he was saying.
Wow. How about that?
Well, listen, when your owner doesn't even know your last name, that's not a good thing. Or your general manager.
Right.
I mean, Trey Henderson is Hendrickson.
Hendrickson, yeah, and he's calling him Henderson.
He's calling him Henderson. I'm like, isn't that the running back for Ohio State?
Oh, he's from Apopka. He went to FAU.
Hendrickson?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot.
But he's from Apopka. Got those good springs. He's gonna go on that natural.
Hendrickson is from Apopka?
Apopka, yeah.
Ooh, wow. Gotta tell you, I didn't think I didn't think that was
Possible?
yeah.
Why?
Tangibles in
Yeah.
Apopka?
Oh, that's a little. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, I know.
I went to a bar there. They had I sang a Brad Paisley karaoke song there on a Wednesday night one time.
How much money you made?
How did that go?
They loved it. They all sang with me.
What
ladies,
song was it?
The ladies must have gone crazy.
Well, they were all old.
So they went crazy.
They were all of the age of the people who got caught at Coldplay.
So they threw dentures at you instead
Pretty
of
much.
like underwear. They threw dentures.
So instead of like panties, they all threw the pins at you.
They threw the pens instead of panties. They threw you the Pampers.
No. Finally, Mina Kimes was on NFL Live. She had some thoughts on Cam Ward's upcoming rookie season. This is what she had to say on Cam Ward.
The other thing I think you really want Cam to work on this summer, and something that he can improve in, perfecta rather, in camp, is just playing faster. You know, you mentioned Jaden Daniels, and when people say, well, what was it that was so fundamental to his success his rookie season in the NFL? The thing I go back to is just how quickly he played inside the pocket in structure. He had the fourth fastest time to throw in football last year. Some of that was structural. They had a lot of screens and quick game. But it's important to highlight because Cam Ward is good at it. I think we think of him as making these crazy plays outside of structure, sometimes drifting in the pocket. But when he was throwing quickly, 2.5 seconds or less, he was third amongst all college passers in QBR, 20 touchdowns to 1 interception. Hawk talked about the processing. He also has a very unique arm talent that allows him to throw quickly on RPOs accurately. So that's what I want to see from him this summer, in the preseason if he plays, and then early on, is just playing quickly. The other thing I think you really want Cam to work on this summer, and
what was the difference I thought between him and Shador? I said, and this is my own personal experience because I've seen more of Cam, but I've seen Cam make more on-time throws than Shador. And I said that from the beginning. So sometimes we look at the way a guy plays and determine what he can or can't do. And she pretty much said it perfectly, is that he needs to do that more at this level, but I've seen him do it.
Dade South says Tobin is a popcorn chicken. Damn it.
Popcorn chicken?
But those are small.
A popka. Instead of popka, he's a popcorn chicken. It's a reach.
It's a reach.
It's tough. I liked it. I'm sorry,
that's a
bro.
Sue
It's not
Surf
me,
reach
dude.
today,
It's not
tough.
me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I tried. I'm
The
trying.
standards, the standards are higher than
For you.
It's like for him. It's like Nikola Jokic. They're sick of voting him MVP. They're like,
right.
You know what that was?
What'd you average? Just 20 this year? Sorry.
Nah, you know what that was? That was a guy who's had a great night, and then he decided to take an end of the quarter 3-pointer, and it just messed up the heave, and it messed up his field goal.
Man, they wouldn't shut up about that
percentage.
stupid heave during the summer league. They're like,
It doesn't count anymore.
got to change it for the heave rule. Everyone's gonna start chucking the basketball.
Oh, that's what they changed?
Yeah, you're allowed. It's now not going to count against your field goal percentage. It's only a team attempt.
Okay. What if you make it?
That counts.
So there's going to be a whole bunch of guys chucking it up. Unlike JaVale McGee, who chucked it up with 5 seconds left.
Yep. Take a break. Final hour coming on up. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM.
Oh, Leroy likes Meg, huh?
Huh?
You love you some Meg.
And
Dua Lipa. Yeah.
Let's get to headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, Taos, and Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Miami Dolphins reporting to camp today. We're going to have football things happening tomorrow on a field. Stock up, stock down. It's all happening for us, baby.
Wait, after one day?
Hey, you see? Wait. Everybody wonder why I did. You know what he's doing, right? He just threw a little bait in the water. Like,
Wait, come on, Tobin, I had your back yesterday, but not after one day.
Yeah.
Not after one day. Let it marinate a little.
I got to see what happens. What if
Let's
somebody
get
has a
some
big day
practice
one?
first. Here, let me be clear about this. It's not that I don't think camp is important. And I've told you what things that need to be accomplished in camp to get you ready for the season, right? But there's guys trying to make a team. But I would say this. How you play football without contact is a lot different than the way you play football when you have everything on and it's contact. And that's the part I fight back about is people saying, oh, we had a great day. When you play a position of contact and you ain't had no contact, I'm like, how do you okay, because you ran around? So yeah, that's the part that I fight against. Look, let me not sit here and say that camp was not important. I'd tell you what I felt like I had to get accomplished or what, the coaches wanted to see me do during the course of a camp. Like that's just it. 10 to 15 carries. You could not.
What? This sounds like are you going to are you allowing me to not?
This is how this man operates. We just had a conversation where I tried to explain in better detail my exact feelings of it.
I'm just saying
so he just immediately says, so
I'm just wondering. So what you're saying is Thursday you'll accept stock up, stock down?
No.
Why not?
Because it's still not an indication of how.
Indications is who's there.
Listen, if you play a sport where there's hitting and you don't hit, how can you determine how good a guy is? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
There's Street the stupid.
Point for
Can we wait till Monday, Tobin? Come on, Tobes. Can we wait till Monday?
3 stock reports.
That way you'll have a good stock report.
Don't you always have to follow the stocks?
But give the stock a day for it to be alive. A couple of days for it. It's a new stock. This is a new season. This is a new stock.
So he's saying basically.
I think you guys are referring to gardening.
No, just give it a. Come on, man.
Like you plant a seed, you nurture it, you watch it grow.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The last player that I can think of off the top of my head that showed out during camp and end up being like, he's going to be the real deal. Zach Sieler.
Yeah. Zach Sieler, Storm Duck.
But we didn't see, but with cornerback, you can tell if a guy can cover without pads.
Okay, so I'll keep it.
But you can't tell if Zach Sieler is an animal without actually getting double teamed.
All right, so I'll keep it to the outsides. Maybe a little running back.
Running back, you clearly can't tell.
What about Ollie
Because
Gordon?
what makes a running back, what separates running backs is not their agility or their speed or whatever. It's their ability to turn 4 yards into 5 yards or break a tackle or turn 2 yards into 3. Like, yes, that's the tedious job of running back. Is what separates you from other running backs is that you can take a 5-yard run and make it a 20-yard run.
What about good guard hand placement? What?
Dude, what?
I just said football.
I thought you were waiting to make a Liam Eichenberg joke. There's got to be a Liam Eichenberg joke right there.
No, What are you doing?
Omar Kelly tweets out, Tyreek Hill said one of his children denied that he was his dad and claimed that Justin Jefferson was his as his father. Quote, if Justin Jefferson is your dad, tell him to take you to Disney World.
Damn, even the kids are hating on you.
Hey, man. How many kids do you have now?
I don't know.
11, I think.
Wow. The whole football team.
No.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the total number is.
He's a professional breeder.
He's got a starting lineup and a bench.
In basketball, but he ain't playing basketball. You think he got any tall kids?
Nah, they probably fast.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Now, if they're fast, if the kids are fast, he's got a problem. Because, you know, when you're old, you're not trying to chase them little kids as you get older.
I don't know. He got he could have a hill track meet. Hills only.
He could have a Hillman, like Bill Cosby, Dr. Huxtable. He could do, have a Hillman,
man.
the Hillman.
Man, our man Theo.
To say that, yeah.
Yeah, man. Theo.
Rest in peace, Theo.
They say he got caught up in the current.
Damn.
Oh no!
Told you.
In the ocean?
Hey.
In the ocean?
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. Hey.
Where did they know the location, or like was it the Caribbean, or was it within
I
the
think
States?
It's Caribbean. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It don't matter. He got caught up in the current.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Justin.
And you can't fight it either.
Yeah, you got to
Make
just
Costa
go
Rica.
with it.
yourself.
But I
Ah.
remember I told you I was on the little paddle board having a good time. Then I realized that I was in 100 feet of water. Because, when you start seeing boats anchored out there, you ain't in shallow water. And I'm like, oh, no.
All
I
right.
believe they're big boats.
I know it's a sad news to hear about Malcolm Jamal Warner passing,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a question that needs to be asked.
What's that?
Is Bill Cosby invited to the funeral?
Is he still in?
He's not in jail anymore.
He got out of COVID?
I mean, he's been out for a while now. He's been out for a couple of years.
How old is he now?
He's got to be in his mid-80s. It's not 90.
I don't think he's going to a funeral.
I mean, that is his TV son.
However, yeah,
88 years
they worked
old.
Very close.
They worked
together for
very
a
close.
long
As a
time.
matter of fact, I think there was a spin-off show. He
He
might
had
have
a statement.
Malcolm and Eddie. He might have helped with Malcolm and Eddie. When,
Yeah. I like that show.
So
Malcolm and Eddie.
What did Bill Kit say? Because I mean, that I would think
He told ABC News, he was always a great studier. I enjoyed working with him very much. He would call me regularly. He described the relationship as one where he acted more as a mentor, similar to his own grandfather. He was very professional, Cosby recalled. He always knew his part. He always knew his lines, and he always knew where he had to go. That looks it. He just said he was a professional.
Look.
So
you go
PR.
based on what you're seeing. Look at that. Based on that, you gonna tell me stock up, stock down?
stock up
Look at him
right
pull
now.
that-
Look how he's moving that.
Pull that sled.
Yeah, he's
It's
moving
your
that
guy,
sled.
Lombardi.
Yep. Oh, they're in North Carolina.
Stock up.
He's the GM.
Stock up,
No,
Tobin.
no.
Stock up.
Stock up on that.
Yep.
That guy was moving
He
that
was
sled.
humming.
He was humming.
He was humming.
Vlad, how much weight do you think you could pull on one of those?
Now Vlad's saying wait till Monday and look at him.
He's excited. But you're not gonna tell me the first Justin Fields spiral to Garrett Wilson. You're not gonna get the goosies.
I'm not gonna get the goosies.
You're gonna get the goosies.
I'm gonna get the goosies, but I'm gonna get a goosey. But I'm not gonna get the
He said, "I'm gonna get
goosies.
a goosey.
A goosey, not
A
seeds.
single?
Just one goosey, not multiple goosies.
One goosey. It's just one little
It's
goosey.
just a little
Now,
goosey.
you got, like,
That's
just
it.
It's like an appetizer goose.
It's just not even.
just an
it's-
appetizer pre-season goose.
Man, it's like when you go to Costco and they give you one of those things. Like, hey, would you like to try this
Free
on the
samples?
toothpick?
Hey,
Yeah.
Do you eat
Like
the samples?
goosey.
Huh?
Do you eat the samples?
Who doesn't
No, I
eat the
don't.
samples?
I
I
don't.
don't eat the samples.
I don't eat the
circle
samples.
around. There's people circling around just to eat snacks.
I think the
Right.
thing I'm
They eat lunch there. That's their lunch meal.
Yeah.
I've seen some people actually like they just go
When I go
couple
there with
laps.
my wife and my daughter, I'm like,
too many
hey,
laps.
Hey, we ain't in here to eat. Y'all want something to eat? We go to the restaurant.
By the
Stop
way,
circling the
Costco's some good talent out there.
Hmm.
Some good talent.
and the other thing is I can't wait for Saturday because when fans are allowed,
Oh,
then you get the secret of taping.
Wasn't it?
oh,
They're gonna be sneakily taping and trying to avoid the security guards going, sir, no film in practice.
Oh, really?
They're like, okay, sorry. And so we'll get
oh,
like
they
those,
tell fans you can't film?
Nah,
yeah,
you can't film.
they say you can't
Really?
film. It's lame because that's gonna be the difference.
That's like you telling my dog, don't eat that.
Don't film. We may lose to the Carolina Panthers because of this.
I think sports sports has, and people have become so bad at making excuses for failure, right? That they eliminate the one basic fundamental of all sport, and that's competition, right? So when people say the dumbest thing I hear in sports, when players say this, when fans know, they know exactly what we're doing. There's no creativity. Yes, you always know, right? Don't underestimate the competitive portion of sports. Like, just because you watch film, yeah, you make a couple of changes with how you're going to block things, but you're still running the same plays. They know what your plays are. It's just a matter of, can your guys block them, and can they defend you? That's what sports is. Like, sports, when did all of a sudden sports become trickery? Like, sports all of a sudden became out coaching somebody. Like, guess what? 4th and 1. The Eagles have the ball.
Mhm.
What's coming?
Push.
Okay. Right? You know what's coming. Now, the competitive portion of you, now I would rather them not do like they did in the Super Bowl. Was that Super Bowl or the championship
No, that was the
game?
championship game.
They go,
They were hopping like frogs.
Sir, if you do it one more time,
I respected it.
we're going to give them the touchdown.
I thought it was a good strategy.
Yeah.
Just keep trying. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Right.
You got to
So-
get creative with it.
Right.
That is crazy. You could just give them the touchdown, though.
Right.
I liked it.
I never heard of that.
Instead of
As long as-
whining, you know what I like? Because instead of whining about banning it, it's like, at least I'm trying something.
Right.
That's like the flag football rule.
If you keep doing it,
No, in flag football, if you hold the receipt, like the offensive player,
you get the touchdown.
you get the touch. If it's 1-on-1, they're the last player, and you hold them, that's a touchdown, because they would have scored if you didn't hold them, if you didn't do
Right.
anything illegal. So that's what I think that's basically the NFL saying, if you continue doing this, we're just gonna give them a touchdown. You can't move half an inch anymore.
So let's not overlook the competitive aspect of sports and stop making it about, oh, they know this and that. Yeah, guess what?
Mhm.
We get all the film from last year and all the way up until the game we play on the team we're playing every year. So everybody knows exactly what you're doing.
So what you're saying is they should just let the fans film. They should.
Why do we have conversations?
That was the jumping off point.
Why do we have conversations?
I was just bringing it back full circle.
No, why do we have conversations and then you make a comment that
Because Tobin basically saying you're saying all of this just to agree with them.
I thought that's what we were doing.
I mean,
I thought we were on the same wavelength.
we are never on the same way.
Same seas.
No,
We'll take a break.
you dare.
We got to pick a bet for tomorrow night, or for tonight, excuse me. And we got the great Tommy Hutton coming up later on this hour as well. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
They're not coming back.
Forget about it, dude.
Now there's pizza in the house.
Lost cause. Lost cause. Let me tell you about our sister station, Kiss Country. They're bringing their Stars and Strings. I love this concert. For the intangibles, what a time. All acoustic guitars and having a lot of fun on stage. Dierks Bentley's going to be there this year. Dasha, Nate Smith, Zach Top, Hudson Westbrook. And it's a really, really fun time. It's one of my favorite shows to go to. I've gone to it like 2 out of the last 3. Took my daughter there last year. She's a big Megan Maroney fan. She performed. It's a great, great show. I really cannot recommend it enough. And so if you guys want to get tickets, you guys can go to starsandstrings.com. But if you want to win tickets, you guys can text the word HARD to 20357. It's November 6th at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood. If you guys want to win those tickets, text HARD, H-A-R-D, to 20357. Stars and Strings supports Folds of Honor. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates apply. Don't text and drive.
Look at the patats. Look at them.
Look at you guys.
Look at them. Food all over their mouth. Patats. So what? Doesn't mean that the show ends.
Couldn't wait 10 minutes?
You couldn't wait 10 minutes? We're playing a Tommy Hutton interview.
I know. To be honest with you.
To be honest with you, I was trying to run away from Leroy. He was trying to convince me to do things.
I'm trying to
we're doing it for the show.
Sounds
for the show.
I'm trying to convince you to let us be a part of the tooth extraction.
No.
You got to get your tooth extracted?
Yeah. Wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Oh, you got to get your wisdom tooth. Oh,
both of them?
All 4 of them or 2?
Remember how I was complaining last week?
So
to you?
All 4?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get them done at once.
That means you're gonna be all on the go-go juice.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me next week.
What do they do? Do they yank them out? They cut them out? How do they do it?
They cut, grab, pull.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's nasty work.
Oof.
Nasty work.
You're gonna be high as a kite, Yogi.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yo, what pills they giving you?
They don't give her pills. They give her either they give her the Twilight.
They give her that McGregor
or the laughing gas.
I don't want the McGregor.
Well, can you film yourself and then can you just share it with us and then we can determine? Maybe you'll think it's funny for show fodder.
She gets all editing. She gets all the editing. All I'm gonna do.
Final cut.
Yeah, you get final cut.
Final cut.
I won't release it to anyone.
You trust me, JFig, right?
I don't trust any of you guys right
Come
now.
on, really?
No.
Really, Vlad?
Why?
Oh,
None of you right
I
now.
promise, Jennifer.
For this situation.
Why?
absolutely not.
Come on.
I'll trust you for other things.
I told you there's Jello afterwards. You don't even like
don't
Jello.
You
You
might
can't have soup.
Yeah, what are you gonna have? Ice cream?
Canary ice
She
cream?
doesn't like yogurt.
Red Robin?
Smoothies.
Smoothie.
I love
Ah,
smoothies.
What are you gonna do? You're like you're
I'll
gonna
get you. I'll take you. Get you a smoothie.
What are you gonna
Blue
put
Jay
the
smoothies.
put the Jello on the airplane like for her? Like what is she like? What,
No,
what,
she
what
doesn't
help
like
is that gonna
the
be?
texture.
I don't like Jello. I think this is disgusting.
No smoothie. But can I just tell you? Here's what makes smoothie tough. You probably shouldn't be sucking through a straw after you got the stitches.
I've seen that. Yes.
Right.
That's why it's a cup.
Red Solo Cup.
Yeah, but you're not gonna want to. All right, you just have to spoon it because you can't. Come on.
Nothing's stopping me from drinking a smoothie.
So,
All right, we got to do our bet of the night.
all right,
Which
what
is
we
brought
got, what
to us
action we
by
got tonight?
Hard Rock Bet. Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida and the place to bet on your teams today and every day. Hard Rock Bet, it has props, parlays, and live play-by-play betting. And the no regret first bet up to $100. If your first bet doesn't win, you get your money back to try again. Hard Rock Bet is offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. You must be 21 and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. I mean, like baseball is like the most action we got. So we got WNBA
No, we got
tonight.
WNBA, baby. We got NY Liberty versus the Indiana Fever.
Yeah, but
And
is
Atlanta.
she playing? Is Caitlin Clark playing? Her
If
groin's
she's playing,
jacked up.
go against her. She stinks.
Wow.
Points wise. Not totally as a player because she's leading the league in assists. But
We got Aces playing tonight. We got the.
you got to
we
pick
got
Asia.
Asia.
You got to go Asia.
Asia.
Asia's been putting up crazy numbers.
You want to go with let's see, hold on, what we got here.
I bet
Her over got to be
22 and a
rebounds
half.
got to be like 30. I would say it's at 30.
No, if it's
31,
points and
32.
rebounds,
Points and rebounds.
it'll be 34 and a half. She gets rebounds over there.
What is it?
Hold on, my stupid app. I had to log in.
Yeah,
and when I say stupid, I just mean this particular one. The Hard Rock app is amazing, and I'm very addicted to it. I'm just saying, it keeps kicking me out.
Yeah,
they've gotten very strict with this.
I did.
I'm
saying,
None
right?
of your biz said I use local anesthesia. Like, what do you mean? Like Junebug from around the corner?
What's he talking about?
Local anesthesia?
What's
Like, what is that?
JFig wakes up from the guy saying I love birds.
well in
Come on,
you know what they do? You know, in Mormon Wives, you know what's a big thing in Utah?
What?
They do microdosing of ketamine.
Why?
Wait, the horse thing?
Yeah,
Why?
because these Mormons, they have a lot of. All right, I shouldn't say that. Take it back. We're gonna roll back. The Mormons on this show, they have a lot of loopholes.
Yeah.
For being able to skirt around, you know, you're not
Skirting
supposed to
around
drink.
Mormon stuff.
And so instead of drinking, why is a kite yogi on a chair? They go to these like labs where they basically have a nurse administer ketamine to them, and they just sit back and go, "Wee."
What?
I don't get it though. Why?
What?
I'm telling you, dude, it's crazy.
My goodness. So
Also-
they can't drink, but they could go and get the.
Also, they can't have coffee, and they found the loophole in that
Yep.
too.
What did they do?
The K? The special K?
They send it right up the old other end.
Coffee?
Wait.
Yep, coffee enema.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently that doesn't count
I
under
didn't know that was a
their
thing.
Timeout.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives rules.
That was
So,
the thing.
Wait a minute. What is wrong with people?
I don't
Listen,
get it.
If that's the only way I need to get my fix, I don't need my fix.
Timeout.
You know what? If they wanted me to quit anything, if they wanted me to quit anything in life, they could say, you could keep doing it, but the only way you could do it is rip. That's it. Like you do it. You want me to stop drinking? Just tell me that.
You got
No, I'm out.
You got to engulf it with the cheeks?
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
They also go get Botox, and then they
Wait, they get Botox? They just, yo, what are
they
we hearing?
get Botox.
I'm
and
telling
like,
you, dude.
They love drugs, Mormons.
Mhm.
Injecting,
And they love loopholes.
and they love loot. Oh.
So they want to be religious, but religious has contingency plans.
Apparently, that's how they all got very like noticed, and they started trending because of all these loopholes and all the
Dude,
No, the loopholes were they got famous because of the swinging.
and the swinging too. But I'm saying like
The
they're
swinging
not
and the
your
dancing
nor-
on TikTok.
your
But then we
normal
learned of all their loopholes.
No, you heard about the dating loophole. Like, if you, there has to be a chaperone on the date, and if they're not married, but they want to have some type of interaction,
Mhm.
somebody go. There's like a people that go under the bed and shake the bed as if, yeah. Not lying to you. Not lying to you.
You know, I
there's
believe
people
it.
that go
What?
under the bed, shake the bed.
I like the idea that it's
What does
secret.
that mean?
It's
So
it's
they
They're
don't.
not doing it.
They're not
The
doing it.
vibrations are making them do it.
yeah, they could be on top of each other with fully clothed,
Yep.
and they can make the bed rock.
Silly
Wait,
Sauce says,
So why we?
I'm telling you,
What's wrong with this world?
Secret Life of Mormon Wives. Check it out. You and Big
Like,
Stone.
then
It's a very good
you're
show.
not more Mormon. You just want to live that life.
Well, you can't say they're not Mormon.
What you
Dude.
trying to say they want to live their life? You trying to say Mormons are swingers?
No,
Oh,
I'm just
These
trying
Mormons
to say
in particular were
how
swingers.
committed you are to living a way of life. If you find a loophole that you can get the substance,
All right, so let's get back to the betting.
I guess.
Asia Wilson double-double. Is that what we're going with?
I saw 34.5.
No,
Just for
what is her
points?
points and rebounds?
I said
Oh, points and rebounds. 33.5.
Oh, 33.5.
33.
Oh yeah, we're in
All
on
right, so
that.
we're in on that.
Over.
Okay. You want to go, should we go to Dallas Wings?
Oh, if you're going Dallas,
Beckers?
that's Page.
Should we go Paige
Paige.
Beckers?
Yeah, go.
You want to go over on her points, 17.5?
Ooh,
Yeah, I eat that right
All
up.
right.
Oh,
we'll
you should
that.
take.
And what about old Me Bounds?
Oh, she playing today?
Like
Is she
has-
playing?
She
I don't know,
been
she's on the line. She got a line.
double
Oh,
double.
yes, she's playing Minnesota. I would take Nafisa Collier because
Mhm.
she's the best player in the
In the league,
over to 20.5. She won the MVP for the All-Star game for team.
she had
Collier.
36 in the All-Star game.
Yeah, so 20.5. I expect that.
All right, so if we go Asia Wilson over 33.5 points plus rebounds, Paige Beckers over 17.5 points, and Nafisa Collier
over 20 and
over
a half.
20.5. That gets us to 550 plus 550.
And throw in me bounds.
And then you throw in Angel with a double-double. What do you get?
All right, Angel Reese, double-double, yes. Plus 8. We're
All
getting
right,
there.
that's
Plus
it,
8.
that's it,
We'll
that's
take
it,
that. All
that's
right,
it.
it's in. All right. Bink. All right, that bet's in. So there you go. That's our Hard Rock parlay of the day. Minnesota Lynx, Chicago Sky, Nafisa Collier, points over 20.5. Angel Reese to get a double-double. Asia Wilson over 33.5 points and rebounds, and Paige Beckers over 17.5 points. That is our 4-leg parlay on that one. So we got that.
Man, I learned something good, new every day.
What?
These housewives.
Coffee.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
I'm interested now.
There should be a show called The Mormon Loophole.
Well, it's the Mormon Wives. Watch it.
That's how it goes.
Listen, if you told me that's the only way I could get coffee, I was like, I ain't even like coffee that much anyway.
My thing is, how do you know you like coffee if you've never had it because you're a Mormon? So
Well, I think what their big thing is
Wouldn't that be a triple D for Dunkin'?
the thing that they're looking for is caffeine. Like they're very caffeine's almost even a bigger thing than
But
the
the thing
drinking.
is that they drink soda all the
Yeah,
time,
but
so
listen,
you have
soda's not
caffeine
the-
there.
yeah, but soda's
Oh,
not the
so
same.
they can't have caffeine?
You
Or-
can't drink coffee. That's like the big thing.
However, they have a
It's in
bunch of
the Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon, they said no coffee.
No drinking coffee.
Like I love the way some Catholics, like if you go to
It's not Catholic.
no, hold on. Let me tell my story.
Sorry.
Like if you go to like growing up in the hood, you always had those old people in your community in the hood that say, I don't drink and I don't cuss because I live by the Bible. And I'm like, they drink wine. In the Bible, Jesus turned water into wine. Where does it say don't drink? It says don't use things in excess.
Jehovah stove.
Huh?
No, there's a line. The line you just said, Jay-Z used it. Jesus turned,
Yeah.
wine, water from, turn wine from water.
I'm not here to tell it.
Jehovah's a stove. By the way, dates off with a great joke. Starbutts. That's how you come back, baby. That's how you come back.
That's why he's the GOAT.
What about this one?
That's how you
That's
come
Dion
back.
Waiters. That's why he says I'd rather
That's
go.
how you come back.
I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9.
It don't matter how many times you shoot, you still shoot.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was something. All right, so we got some WNBA action tonight. The Marlins are back in action tonight. They got the Padres. You got Edward Cabrera on the hill tonight. The Marlins yesterday lose 2-1 filthy. But to get this one, you get the rubber match tomorrow. Feeling all right, baby. Feeling all right about these fish. This is a tough challenge, though. This is a tough stretch. If they're really gonna do something, if they could come out of this, Leroy, if they somehow can win both of these series, man, that'd be something.
It would. It's amazing that we're sitting here, acknowledge the fact they're playing really good baseball for the last 6 weeks and they haven't made up any ground.
I mean,
it's a lot of
made
teams.
some ground.
Yeah, I mean they've. But
they're still 7.5 games out.
First key is to get to 500. We
Right,
don't really
right.
have any conversations till that happens.
This is a great season, though, regardless, guys.
It's definitely an entertaining
It is,
season.
but is that more based on where they started?
What expectations
and not
did you have?
necessarily where
0.0.
You had no expectations about this team. So
Correct.
the fact that they're giving you something to watch. Yeah.
Because the guy, Kyle Stowers did not impress last year. He's been awesome. And then Ramirez coming up, I don't know, even with his ups and downs, still hits a lot of bombs. And just a young player coming up and hitting like that, crazy. What are you throwing?
we're going live from the dentist office.
Did you just see what he
He's trying to throw pizza at
was
me.
throwing things at her? I'm like, what's going on?
He's not
I
very
didn't throw
mature.
nothing at her.
Nothing.
Leroy,
I didn't throw nothing at her.
Just had to eat the pizza before we got out of here, huh?
that was it, bro. That was it.
I don't know what to do with this guy.
And by the way, Leroy, good job of trying to throw away the fact that we were, getting on you for missing missing the beginning of the segment, and you just went straight to JFig and just distracted us with the JFig Tenta stories. To
it's an art. He's got an art to
for people
deflect
to. I see that's what you did when
he
you were
does.
young. So this is what he.
Go
I know
ahead.
what Leroy did when he was young. When he was about to get chastised and get in discipline,
Yep.
he started making fat jokes and started fat shaming people, so that his family start laughing, so they all forget what
I
Leroy
never got
was.
in trouble, dude.
So says the guy.
He was breaking
That is
ankles
always
in conflict and on the field.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing goes to the. Look at her, mama. Look at her, mama. She's wearing a big moo. And
No, I can't listen. You couldn't tell big jokes in my family because everybody was big. You like they would call each other fat.
The great Tommy Hutton. We're going to talk a little fish with him. An absolute legend, and always an honor when he graces the program with his presence. We talk to him next. Came up short yesterday. came up short yesterday, 2-1 to a very good Padres team.
2-1 filthy. To keep them under,
yeah.
to keep them under 5 runs is amazing, I think.
Well, not only that, but that damn Padres team, they got like a bunch of horses out of that bullpen. So, but Yuri Perez, good start for him. He missed our parlay by half a strikeout. I don't like what gambling on baseball does to me, because the responsible thing is he's just coming off Tommy John surgery, not another inning. But the greedy pig in me is like, well, Stowers hit his home run, I need the parlay. But I don't like what baseball does to me, because can't stop you. Like, every time we do the bet of the day, the first thing you go to is baseball. He's been humming on the strikeouts.
Here's the deal. Does this make you more excited about football?
No.
To be able to.
Not really.
Baseball's harder.
It is hard, but you get juice on the home runs. It's fun. All right, let's go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And ToyotaofHollywood.com. They were talking to an absolute legend, the television analyst for your Miami Marlins on FanDuel Sports Florida. Tommy Hutton joining us there. Tommy, thanks for the time. Really appreciate you.
Hey, Brendan and Leroy, how you guys doing? I feel bad about your parlay stuff, but I don't get involved. I don't get involved in that at all.
You're smart. You're smart to do that, because you want to know, Tommy, the smart thing is Yuri, bring him along slowly. But he's been, after like a couple starts, Tommy, you have to be pleased with how he's looked. He looks like it's starting to round into form for him off the surgery.
Well, unbelievably, he came into the game last night, and his previous 3 starts, he was 3-0 and had an ERA of 0.50. And to kind of show you how he's pitching and how he has progressed, he really didn't have his best stuff last night, and he still got through 5 innings and gave up just 2 runs to a really good ball club.
Is that like how much of that is the growing process for a young player? Like, just not maybe feeling all the way right, but just having to get through it. Like, even if you're dealing with something either as a hitter or a pitcher.
That's tremendous. That's a huge part of the growing process, because a lot of young pitchers, get there because they have great stuff, but then they don't know how to adjust and don't know how to make changes. And he's been able to do that. And his even Clayton McCullough talked about it before the game about Yuri, that he's really been using his secondary stuff. And I thought it was interesting early in the game, the Padres saw that if you look at the numbers, he was throwing about 60% fastball. So the Padres knew that, and they were jumping on him early. They actually just missed a couple of balls early in the game. And he got a visit from his pitching coach, Daniel Moscas, and I think they needed to change things a little. And all of a sudden, he started using his curveball and slider really well.
That's it's pretty impressive. Like, to have that year off, you think him watching or being brought along really slow helped him with learning how to adjust with all that stuff?
Well, yes, and the other thing about that, he saddled up next to Sandy Alcantara, and they went through workouts together. They sat next to each other on the bench, and I think that has been a tremendous help for Yuri as well.
Tommy, about Sandy, so like, I watch the games and everybody says, well, he has his speed is up, but his ball looks very straight. Like, I'm used to seeing him when he throws 95, 96 miles an hour with movement, and it doesn't quite have that movement. Is that just because he's a little hesitant and just letting it rip, or it's just not there yet?
I think it's just there's really no guidebook on guys that come back from Tommy John. And you're right. I don't think his sinker has the same bite, and he's been making some mistakes out over the plate with his slider, and that seems and it's one of those things. A lot of times you make a mistake and the guy pops it up, but it seems like when he's made a mistake this year, a guy will hit it hard. There'll be some men on base, and all of a sudden they score 3 runs in an inning. He's had some innings like that. So hopefully he can turn it around, and he's pitching tomorrow afternoon. And again, as I mentioned, it's a good offensive ball club, the Padres. So it'll be a good test for him.
So we got to get into this Kyle Stowers, Tommy. Like, this is an incredible run that he's been on.
Yeah.
What's impressed you the most about this season from him? Because this has been incredible.
I think the thing that has impressed me the most is the way he worked at making adjustments. Last year when he came over in the trade from Baltimore, I mean, he was getting blown away with fastballs up. And it was like, wow, who did the Marlins get from Baltimore? This guy can't hit a fastball. And he made the adjustment in the offseason and spring training, working with the hitting staff. And it has been incredible to watch how he's done that. I mean, we were talking about it last night. He hit an opposite field grand slam against Mason Moore, a guy throwing 100 miles an hour with Oakland on a pitch that he wouldn't even have touched last year. Mm-hmm. So he's humble. He's a great kid. He's handled it really well, and it's really fun to see what he's been able to do.
Yeah, I think the thing that I love, Tommy, during the All-Star game, you know, he gets the couple at bats, and then Dave Roberts goes to him for the swing off. And he's like, they go to him, they're doing like a pre-at-bat interview, and he's just like, yeah, I'm kind of nervous about this in this situation. I just thought it was so cool to see just the honesty from him, and then he ends up, you know, getting them a home run to start off. But I think that's just such a cool thing to see this guy kind of burst onto the scene, but so, you know, genuinely, like it's all seems like this is all very new to him.
I'm sure he looked at Dave Roberts when Dave Roberts looked at him, and he probably wanted to say, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" and all of a sudden, yeah, I think he's gotten the recognition across the league. Managers, players know. Talked about it last night. A little surprise, and other teams and other broadcasters have mentioned this to us. We're surprised that he doesn't hit higher up in the lineup. He has on occasion hit second or hit third, but most of the time he's hitting like in the 5 spot. And you know, you'd like to see him up there as soon as possible, maybe more time. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the year.
Well, don't they move it because you want to have your best hitter get an extra at bat, right? And
well,
so
when you look around baseball, Ohtani, Aaron Judge, they all hit first or second up in the lineup, and that sometimes gets them an extra AB.
So, Tommy, this team in particular, like, it's pretty cool to see that they have turned it around like these last 6 weeks or so. They you know, after a little bit of a rut, and you know, there's a lot of teams to climb in that wild card, but man, you do see some guys round into form. What do you think is, I guess, realistic over these next few weeks to maybe? Do you think that they can actually make a run at this thing and maybe make a run at this wild card, or is it dependent on what they're going to do at the trade deadline? Like your analysis of them, you know, this many months into the season, what do you think that they got in them?
Well, I don't think they're going to be buyers. When you're 7.5, 8 games out of the wild card with numerous teams to jump over, it's really hard. It's hard to do. And this is a great test, this series against the Padres. And then they go to play Milwaukee. And Milwaukee right now is the hottest team in baseball. Right. They have been unbelievable. So another big test. Then they go to St. Louis. St. Louis is over 500. So realistically, is it there? Probably not. But it's been fun. And I think one of the things that turned things around was the switch of Xavier Edwards over to second and Otto Lopez to short. And both of those guys have really blossomed, not only defensively, but offensively, since they've made that change. That's been fun to watch. It's been fun to watch Agustin Ramirez. This guy's got some power. He's getting the opportunity to learn defensively, to become a better catcher defensively. So you think about those guys, you think about Stowers. There are some real bright spots, and that's one of the reasons they've been playing better.
How tough is that, Tommy, as far as like a young catcher coming up? Because yeah, there's been some moments where like he's allowed pass balls and things like that. The kid's power for days. It's incredible. He's so fun to watch. But we talk about young guys. What's that balance like of, hey, you gotta, you know, carry a staff and get through a game, but also you need to get out of slumps and you need to figure these things out for Ramirez.
That's not easy. I can't imagine. I mean, it's hard enough if you're not a catcher, but now you have to deal with the pitching staff. You have to go through to the meetings, the pitching meetings, and set up how you want to work hitters, the game plan. And so there are all kinds of things. And he's young. He's learning all that. One of the things I found out about him in spring training that really impressed me is that there's a young kid, and he's made a real effort to learn to speak English because he knows a lot of the pitchers he's going to have to communicate, speak English. So he's made a real effort in that.
How much of a tough loss is it going to have to lose Norby? Like, maybe he wasn't having like the greatest season, but you had that steadying thing every week, and now you got that hamate, which is a tough injury for a baseball player. Is that going to be a tough one for the Marlins to overcome?
I don't know if it's tough, but it hurts because first of all, he had just started to put things together and have good at bats. He was changed a little thing with a toe tap and his timing, and he started to really look much better at the plate. And and that hurts. He gives you a little presence in the lineup, especially in the bottom part of the order. So hopefully, I mean, those things are usually 5, 6, 7 weeks. So he's going to be out a while. I saw him yesterday, talked to him yesterday, but he said if they tell me 8 weeks, it's going to be 6. So I'll be ready.
Tommy, how about this? Different sport. I broke both my hammates. So it's a pain in the butt. You just can't do anything. It takes you forever to get your strength. Even if you have to swing a bat, that's the hardest thing to get back is the strength to be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly. My oldest son broke his hamate in college, his senior year. So yeah, we know what that's all about.
Tommy, we saw on social media this past week you got to hang out with the great Rich Waltz. I mean, one of the great tandems of all time, you and Rich.
Yeah, whenever Rich gets a chance to come to town, we always kid him and tell him that his room at the Hotel Hutton is available. So, it's great to see him. He just actually last weekend he subbed over the weekend on Seattle radio and did a little work there. He's got some Apple TV games coming up, and then he does a full football and basketball schedule for CBS Sports too.
One of the great all-time teams. Is this team a little reminiscent? You got any like 06 feels of them? Like maybe they don't make the playoffs, but you can like start seeing the building blocks.
Yeah, well, people have made that comparison. I think one of the things that maybe they don't have is the pop, the power. Right. Those teams had some guys who could go deep often. So, but yeah, I think the excitement. I think more people I talk to just keep coming up and say, "Man, that team's fun to watch." And I go, "Yeah, they are." Even every game they've played, the Padres has been decided by 2 runs or fewer.
Right.
So, they hang in there, they stay close, and we'll see how the next couple games go against San Diego.
We'll catch Tommy Hutton on FanDuel Sports Florida. You got the game tonight. You got tomorrow, 12:10 early first pitch, Sandman on the Hill as well. Big series against the Padres. Thanks so much for spending time with us, Tommy.
Thanks, Tommy.
Always good to talk to you guys. Have a good day.